thrones. Only code and control. They bug the phones, tap the lines, still the truth encrypted. Killer leader 𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀𝘀𝗶cie revolution scripted. Malcolm in the shadows, Bumpy moving the streets. Fred with the vision, still the system feels heat. Propaganda can't bend what's engraved in the soul. Every cipher I spit up loads, another node. No Judas in the squad, no betrayal to trace. Every voice a mirror, unity's in the face. Try to shatter the glass, but we diamond and stone. From the block to the roots, yeah, the code is grown. They can chain one man, but the network shown. No more leaders, only code. Watch the kingdom clone. Watch it. No more leaders, only code. Can erase this mode. Cut a line, it rewinds, instantly reload.
Y'all coming up in here, man. We about to get really into it today.
Unity the password. Watch the system mode.
Pray we have a full room today.
No more idols, no more thrones, just the people's tone. Every verse a revolution, every chant a home. Take
Everybody wake up.
the network still grows.
Get in the room.
No more leaders, only code. That's how freedom grows.
Boy, get them lights up. We about to talk
They
about it.
weaponize lies, but the code don't break. Every headline fake news, still the truth awake. We encrypted in rhythm, every beat is a shield. West Coast in my spirit, every bar's the field. Tell couldn't end us, just expose they fear. We multiply resistance, make the power clear. A chessboard full of pawns, turning kings overnight. Every move revolutionary, every loss ignite. From the ashes we cold, from the soil we grow. Every verse uploads, every cipher we sow. They can silence one mic, but the street still knows. No more leaders, only code. Watch the system
Come on up in here, man.
They can't take us out now.
We about to stand all the way on business.
Every time they strike, code provides again. From the block to the sky, yeah, the love won't fall. No more leaders, only code.
Only code.
Yeah. They can't cage the soul.
Can't cage the soul.
Can't erase the plan.
Can't erase the plan.
Every brother, every sister.
Every brother, every
Got the
sister.
strength in hand.
Strength in hand.
From the grave to the stage.
From the grave to the stage. Watch the story told. No more leaders, only code. Only code.
From Watts to Harlem, Chi-Town to the Bay.
Come on.
Code and translation, every tongue find a way.
Come on up in here, we about to get into it. We about to step our foot in it.
Every thought a grenade, every rhyme makes them think. They surveil, they derail, still the spirit upload. We the virus in the matrix, revolution and code. From Malcolm Sharp's speech to Hampton's last stand. We inherit the blue, the virus in the matrix, revolution and code. From Malcolm Sharp's speech to Hampton's last stand. We inherit the blueprint, redesign the land. They can cage the flesh, but the signal is free. Every death plant seeds for the next to be. Kill the roots of a tree, now the forest grows. No more leaders, only code, now the thrones be
Come on up in here.
No more leaders, only code can erase this mode. Erase this mode. Cut a line, it rewinds, instantly reload.
Instantly reload. Come on.
Truth in the cipher, encrypted in the flow.
Encrypted in the flow. Come on.
Unity the password, watch the system overflow.
Overflow.
No more idols, no more thrones, just the people's tone.
Come on.
Every verse a revolution, every chant a home.
We can't home.
Take one soldier out, the network still grows.
Network still grows. Come on.
No more leaders, only code, that's how freedom flows. They thought by killing the leaders, they killed a dream.
Come on.
Nah. But the dream was never in the man.
The dream was never in the man,
It's in
family.
the code.
It's in the code.
And the code
It's in the code.
is forever.
It's forever.
Forever.
Yes, indeed. All right, family, we about to get started. We're about to get started. We're going all the way in. You know, today I want to honor the ancestors. I want to honor the people that came before me. And I want to make the vision clear. See, The beautiful thing about being a foundational Black American is we got real heroes, men and women who stood on the very foundation of truth and sacrificed for us. That's what I love about being a foundational Black American. I can channel the ancestors and allow me to try to channel one of our greats. I have a dream 2.0. Family, I hope you hear my heart today. I hope you understand what I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to say and what we're trying to build. This is not a game to me. I'm really putting my best foot forward to bring solutions and to build something that needs to be built, that if there's never been a time, the time is always now. So I'm going to ask you to forgive me for being fallible, for being weak, for being a man. You know, my own imperfections, you know. But I'm going to try to deliver something. I'm going to try to give you guys something from the heart, from the ancestors, from the Most High. I'm going to step into the shoes of one of our greats, Dr. Martin Luther King. And I'm going to finish and put a cap on an upgrade of what he tried to finish, but he wasn't able to. A lot of our great leaders, they weren't able to finish the race. They started it and they passed the baton. Brother Malcolm started it and he passed the baton. Our greats, our ancestors, started and they passed the baton. So allow me to pick up the baton and show you where we are going as a people. All the boycotts, all the standing on business, all the marches. Where are we taking it? Where are we going with it? There's a reason for everything that we're doing. There's a reason for this renaissance, this awakening, this total recall that we're in. So I want to give the room an opportunity to fill up. I hope you guys come up in here. I know I haven't been live like I normally have, but I'm back. I'm back. I just had to, we've been working on this FBA coin, this FBA economy, this FBA ecosystem, and we're architecting. We're building. We're building a foundation once again in the new frontier. So allow me to step into the place of the ancestors. But let me get the spirit going so you guys understand what's happening. Let me get the spirit going so we understand what's happening. I gotta get us in the mood. Y'all come on up in the room. We about to get started. You wanna mess with us? Walk, talk, act like the rest of us.
We the architects of rhythm, blueprint in the sound. Every nation on the planet wanna copy what we found. From the field to the court, from the mic to the stage. FBA in the book, they just reading the page. They biting our slang, remixing our drip. Speed up, culture so heavy, got the world doing flips. We the soil, we the root, they the branches at best. If America's a body, then we heart in the chest. Head lives in the church, 808s in the streets. We turn struggle with the hustle, made the bitter sound sweet. From the drum line and war to the snare and the beat. Our ancestors walk with us, every step, every feet. Every chain that they forged, we be mixed in the gold. Took the pain, made it flame, now the whole globe knows. From the jazz to the rap, from the blue to the funk. We the blueprint, homie, y'all just building the truck. You don't really wanna mess with us. FBA be too dangerous. FBA be too dangerous. You don't really wanna mess with us. Walk, talk, act like the rest of us. You don't really wanna mess with us. Yeah. FBA be too dangerous. Stand tall. You don't really wanna mess with us. Walk, talk, act like the rest of us. We the base, we the base, we the foundation. From the Negro spirituals to modern day vibrations. We the style, we the swag, we the walk with the lean. Whole world studying us like a college routine. From the cotton to the culture.
Y'all get the lights up, man.
Ice on the wrist, now
Show
they
love
copy
to
the
black
name.
content
We the
creators. Get the
sermon in
lights
the
up.
rhythm
We about to
revolution.
get started.
Every bar got a scar, but we
Trying to
make
give
it
everybody a chance to get up in the
Who told
room.
the world so? Who gave it that bounce? Who made pain sound good? Who from struggle to count? We did. They steal the dance. It's hard to mix the slang, but can't steal the spirit that's born in the pain. Our story ain't a chorus, it's a whole symphony. Melanin melody, infinite energy. We the drum
What's
line
up,
of
boy?
history, the trumpet of change. Every note that we play rearranges the game. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You don't really
Wanna mess with us?
FBA be too dangerous. Say what?
You don't really wanna mess with us. Walk, talk, act like the rest of us. You don't really wanna mess with us.
FBA be too dangerous. Stand tall. You don't really wanna mess
Come on.
with us. Walk, talk, act like the rest of us. We the gospel
Y'all
in
get the lights up,
we the
man.
hood in the
Come on
hill.
up in
From the
here.
cotton gin sparks to the light that don't dim. Break beat father. We the 𝗔𝗯𝗫𝘂𝘁𝘁. We the soul in the struggle. Turn the pain into style. See the cadence that's bloodline. The vision that's flame. FBA in the roots. You gon' remember the name. Global trendsetters. Whole world in our stance. Even Paris got the swagger when we taught them to dance. From the march on DC to the march in the club. From the fist in the sky to the bass in the sub. They can imitate the look. They can copy the tongue. But they can't fake the soul. That's God-given home. Now the city's the TikTok.
Get them lights up. We about to get
We
started.
the leaders, they the students, every culture we pay. So salute to the ancestors, the past and the present. We the gift to the globe. FBA is the essence. Stand up.
Like how that beat switch right there. Come on. You wanna mess with us? You don't really wanna mess with us. Let's get to it.
You don't really wanna mess with us.
Alright, we about to get into it, family. We're about to get into it. We are about to get into it. I Have a Dream 2.0. Shout out to the ancestors, to the Most High. But we about to get into it. We about to get into it. Family, today I come with a word. With a vision, with a dream, A dream that echoes the mighty words of Dr. King, Brother Malcolm. But it goes further because this is I Have a Dream 2.0. We have gone far off the beaten path. We are wandering in a system designed to enslave us with debt, to distract us with provision, to weaken us with dependency. But I say to you today, we must have a way back home. And home is not just a place, it's a principle. Home is peace. Home is virtue. Home is ownership. Home is sovereignty. Home is where men are respected as patriarchs, women are honored as matriarchs, and children are protected as the future. Home. Home. I want you to sink that in. Home. What's good, bro? Y'all get the likes up. We about to get into it. I'm about to put my whole foot into this, y'all. Today I declare home is also the blockchain, family. Because on the blockchain, no one can erase us. On the blockchain, no one can steal what we own. On the blockchain, our ledger is written forever. That is why I created the FBA coin. That is why we need the FBA coin. Because the FBA coin is not just a token, it's our Declaration of Independence. It's our money, it's our rules, it's the code of sovereignty made manifest. And today I give you a dream. Once upon a time we had freedom, but the Freedmen's Bank robbed us. The plantation economy drained us. The system tricked us into financing our own oppression. But now, the Most High has given us tools to write a new story. Where once our wealth was stolen from ledgers we did not control, today on the blockchain, our wealth is secured by code that no man can alter. Where once banks dictated who had access, today the FBA coin. Today, the FBA coin, we write our own success, our own liquidity, our own destiny. I have a dream. I have a dream that our boys will be raised to be sovereign men, not pawns in someone else's game, not consumers trapped in a cycle of lust and lies, but kings. Let that sink in, family. Kings, holding the private keys to their wealth, the private keys to their families, the private keys to their destiny. I have a dream that our sons will no longer be enslaved by fiat currency, but will own FBA coin, an asset born of our people, controlled by our people, funding businesses, homes, schools, and futures. I have a dream today. That's why FBA coin matters, family. Because it isn't just money. It isn't just a token. It's memory. It's movement. It's the blockchain proof that we are sovereign again. So what is home? Home is not the dollar, because the dollar ain't ours. Home is not Wall Street, because Wall Street don't serve us. Home is not their system. It was never built for us. I told you yesterday, the system is rigged. The system is rigged. Home is sovereignty. Home is self-determination. Home is the family restored, living by the code. Home is FBA coins circling through the black hands, funding black futures, and locked into an ecosystem that no government, no banker, no politician can touch. I have a dream, family. I have a dream that our daughters will be raised to be sovereign women. Not exploited for profit, not tokenized by the system that sees them as less, but nurturers of nations, anchors of love, keepers of legacy. I have a dream that our daughters will inherit wallets, not chains. That their inheritance will not be debt, but digital assets. That they will know the worth of their womb, the power of their mind, and the unshakable sovereignty of their bloodline. I have a dream today. See, family, when we invest in our daughters through sovereignty, when we pass down FBA coin, land, legacy, and we are creating a generational wealth that no one can repossess. No one. See, what is the compass? Because if we're going home, we need direction. The compass is the code. And family, FBA coin was built on code. Every transfer strengthens the community. Every trade feeds the ecosystem. Every token is a brick in the foundation of our sovereignty. The code says loyalty over lust. The code says ownership over dependency. The code says sovereignty over slavery. The code says we control this now. I have a dream. Our children, boys and girls, will no longer be poisoned by a culture of counterfeit, but will grow up in a digital ecosystem of truth. I have a dream that our children will not just consume, but will create, build, and own. That they will inherit FBA coin wallets, NFTs of history, land on chain, and sovereignty off chain. I have a dream that we will not ask permission to be free, but we will know from birth that freedom is their inheritance. I have a dream today. Family, FBA coin is not just a token, it's a compass. It points us back home. It keeps us aligned with the code. It ensures that no matter what system they try to build around us, we already have our own. That's powerful. That's powerful, family. There is no sovereignty without family. There is no blockchain without the chain of lineage. Men, you are the validators. Women, you are the sustainers. Children, you are tokens of legacy. Without family, the chain is broken. With family, the chain is unbreakable. I have a dream of a society sovereign and secure, where every man and woman holds their own keys, where every child grows up knowing that they are heirs to wealth, not slaves to debt. I have a dream that we will live in a world where our economy cannot be censored, where our voices cannot be silenced, where our wealth cannot be seized. Because it is on our blockchain, secured by our code, owned by our people. I have a dream today. Family, this is why FBA coin is not just about crypto. It's about culture. It's about reclaiming what was stolen. It's about proving that foundational Black Americans are the architects of our own sovereignty. We must live by a code. We must teach our children the blockchain of sovereignty. We must circulate FBA coin like our lives depended on it, because our future does. That's right, we hold our own destiny. That's right. We must stop renting freedom from a system that hates us and start owning freedom through a system we built. I still have a dream, family. I want to pass this baton. I want to pass the baton of greatness, of power, of grace, of strength in unity. I have a dream of sovereignty, a dream of ownership, a dream of the FBA coin in every foundational Black American hand, funding every FBA business, restoring every FBA family. I have a dream that we will no longer ask for reparations in fiat, but create restitution in the blockchain. That we will no longer beg for a seat at their table, but we build our own table, our own network, our own nation, family. I have a dream that we will find our way home to sovereignty, to purpose, to peace, to legacy. This is not just my dream, family. This is our dream. And with the Most High as witness and the blockchain as proof, this will be our future. This will be our future. No one can and should be able to take this dream from us. This is I Have a Dream 2.0. We have to pass the baton, family. But we have to pass the baton of greatness. I'm still young, but I won't be here forever. What are we going to leave for the next generation to pick up? What power, what tools, what advanced tools are we going to leave to the next generation? What are you fighting for? What are you standing on business for? If it ain't to get free. What is freedom, family? Freedom is sovereignty. It's always been. Where we control our destiny. No one has their thumb on us. No one declares that we're at the bottom. We are the head, not the tail. The true head. Wisdom and power rest in our people and our people alone. We were born into a wicked world. But not only were we born to get free of the wicked world, we were born to set the world free. True freedom is when the world sees foundational Black Americans walking in their true power, walking in true sovereignty, not controlled by banks, not controlled by propaganda, not under the power of witchcraft, but free to build, free to roam, free to think. That's true power, family. FBA coin, FBA ecosystem, that's really what it's all about. That's our future. That's our inheritance. That's our birthright. This is about the community. This is about our community. This isn't about anybody else's community. This is about our community. This is about us. This is about us calling the shot. This is about us standing in solidarity. This is about us coming together. This is what true power is. It's sovereignty. It's controlling your destiny. It's, it's a fight. Listen, man, nothing, listen. The kingdom of heaven suffers violence and the violent take it by force. We're supposed to take it, family. We're not supposed to, no one's going to give us what we asked for. We have to believe it. We have to know it. We have to walk in it. Sovereignty is never easy to attain. Enforcing spiritual laws, enforcing laws, it takes a force. It takes a force. We know the truth, but they want to believe the lie. We know the truth, but they choose to believe the lie, family. It's our job to walk in truth. It's our job to be the light, to be the salt. It's our job to bring the kingdom of heaven to earth. It's our job. And we can't do it if we're not sovereign. We can't do it if we're not free. We can't do it if we're using their weapons. We have our own weapons of warfare. And it's not carnal. It's power, it's wisdom, it's sound mind, it's meekness, it's greatness. We've been given everything to succeed. And though I may not fully understand how we got here, but I know how we can come up out of it. It starts with the blockchain. It starts with a mindset to want more. A mindset that says we deserve more. That's what it starts with. It starts with stepping on these haters' chests and caving it in. See, we don't let nobody disrespect us. You know, we don't let nobody disrespect us as a people, family. It starts with standing on business. It starts with, hey, I'm not going back. I'm going forward. It starts with drawing that line in the sand. It starts with believing that it is possible, right? Believing that we are free. That's what it starts with. It starts with ignoring haters, man, because we're so great. We're so great. We're so great already that, you know, who cares what a hater thinks or a hater says? See, weak people show up in rooms they don't belong in and think they run the yard. See, you got to be aware of the room. You got to be aware of what's going on. You know, a lot of people's awareness is under their feet. They don't know no better. They're like kids. You know, they're like kids at the playground. They just say anything. They just say anything. You know, trolls. You know, it's time. Let me tell you something, family. We live in a world full of trolls. Trolls and incels and people who can't win, and so they decide to join the establishment and the system in destroying everything good, everything pure, everything great. But greatness, you know, greatness can never be restored. It can only be born again. Over and over and over. Because, see, when you have the blueprint of greatness in your DNA, it's just a cycle. It's just a matter of time before another great one rises. But I want us to understand that nothing is greater than the code. No person, no man, no woman is greater than the code. The code is why we are great. The code is why we're powerful. The code is why we've lasted this long. See, the code is written in our hearts. It's written in our DNA. It's in our blood memory. No matter what they do, no matter what experiment, no matter what they try to alter, we are designed to be indestructible, impenetrable. We are fashioned in a way that no other man on this earth is fashioned. We have the cloak of resilience, this melanated skin to protect us. We're different. We're unique. We're special. We are righteous men and women. We are powerful. The code is powerful. It's the leader. Once we have the code, it doesn't matter who's speaking. It doesn't matter if I'm speaking. It doesn't matter if you're speaking. If you're on code, I'm on code. We're all on code. They can't stop that. Because even if I'm gone, guess what? You're still speaking. You're still on code. I want to see how they can take us all out, because they can. I want to see how they can kill the code, the DNA that's in us, the blood memory I want to see how they can do that, because they can. They know they can. They're still afraid of a black messiah, but they don't realize that the black messiah is the code. The Messiah is the code, family. The dream is built in the code. It's locked in the code. That's where our true power lies. As codified men and women, power is in the code. No one can take that from us, family. We can argue back and forth. That's cool. We're going to have some arguments. We're going to have some disagreements. But the code is still the code. The code doesn't change. The code keeps us focused. The code gives us purpose. The code gives us power. The code gives us immunity. I have a dream that we are going to be a sovereign people controlling our own destiny without any harm or any interference. I have a dream that the world is going to wake up and follow foundational Black Americans in truth. The original gods are going to return to the earth. And we will run the yard. Why? Because it's our birthright. See, the power wasn't given to them. The power was given to us. And our job is to be righteous men and women and lead the yard. The blockchain is just the beginning. It's really the foundation. And what we build after that, man, I hope I'm alive to see some of it. I hope I'm alive to see some of it, family. Because imagine a world where foundational Black Americans are sovereign, where we control our own destiny. Imagine there's no greater gift you can give your children than sovereignty, than true freedom. There's no greater gift. There's no greater gift. No greater gift. Y'all get the likes up because I would like to talk to the family. I would like to bring some people up and just chop it up with the family. I would like to. I would like to. I would like to entertain the family. Come on up here, Tribesman. Come on up here, Tribesman. You've been in the comments. Come on up here, brother. What's up, brother?
Wagwan.
Talk your stuff, brother. Go ahead.
You hear me?
I hear you in the comments, brother. I brought you up.
You don't hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, brother. Go ahead.
Yeah. You heard what I said?
Okay. I didn't hear you say nothing. I saw you type something.
Yeah. Well, that's my speech.
Okay. Why? Why the hate? Why the hate, bro?
1 second.
Why the hate, brother? I hear you.
You don't hear me?
Y'all hear me, man? I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Why the hate?
Now what?
Now
you know what I said?
You know what I said, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the problem?
You got the problem. You the one with the problem.
Tell me my problem, man.
The problem that you have a speech impediment and you making fun of other people.
Okay, I have a slight speech impediment. So what? What's the problem, though? What's the problem?
The
Why are
problem,
you
you're a lost brother. You're a
a
lost
lost
brother.
brother? What am I lost?
Yeah.
Why am I lost?
Your
Why am I
mind is fucked up, bro.
Why? Why, man?
You're
Why?
off track. I'm telling you, you're off track. You can't
You
call up
off
on the
track,
Most High.
man. You off track, man. What you worried about, man? What
I
you
ain't worried
worried
about the
about?
damn thing. I'm good. I'm
What you
good.
worried about, man? What you
I'm
good
good.
about, man? Why you want to talk, man? Why you want to talk about me, man?
Nobody want to talk about you.
What you talking about, man?
I expect better from you, though.
You
You
expect
mad
better from
childish,
what?
bro.
You expect better from me,
Yeah.
and you're the one in my comments bringing negative energy. Why? What's the point? What's the purpose?
I'm putting you on track. I'm speaking truth to you.
You haven't spoken any truth, brother. You just been really trying
Okay.
to hate. You
Now
really
tell
just
me if
been
this
hating.
is, now tell me if this isn't truth. What I said to you, that you have a speech impediment, and I know someone has told you that before. Is that true?
What's wrong with me having a speech
No,
impediment,
no.
bro?
Is it true or false?
What's wrong with me having a speech impediment,
No, you
brother?
see how you're deflecting.
What's
That
wrong with
wasn't
me
the
having a
point.
speech
That
impediment,
wasn't the
brother?
point.
You
I
know
show
you
you.
want me.
You
know
say
you
it's
want
no.
me. You have an okay, brother. Let me speak some truth. You have an accent, man. You sound like you're from Jamaica, man.
Well, that's true.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, but you
Okay.
didn't admit what you say is
Okay.
true. You're
That's
deflecting.
true. That's true. That's true, man. What's wrong? Why are you in my room, man? What made you come to my room, man? What drew you in? Because I know when you have power, you draw
Because
in evil and you draw in
you didn't
good.
draw.
So
You didn't draw in nothing. I'm
obviously,
passing by. I was just
obviously,
passing by,
you
and
were
I
just
know
passing
who
by.
you are. I know
Who am
who
I?
you are, and the
Who am I?
bullshit that you deal with. And
Who
I'm
am I?
just.
Who am
And
I?
what?
Who am I? You said you know who I am. Who am I?
I've seen you before. That's what I'm saying.
You've seen me before. What have you seen, man?
All the fuckery that you spit to black people.
Okay, what do I spit to black people, man? My
You
people,
you
man.
you
I'm
dis-
black.
you
Me
you
black. Me black.
divisive. You're
Me black,
dividing
man.
us
Me
up.
black. How am I dividing you, man? You have a whole country, man. How about I haven't divided your country, man? How have I
You know,
divided you, man?
let me take it to you. You
Take
focusing
it to me,
on the
man.
wrong set of people.
You're on the
Esau is
wrong
on your
what?
throat, and you not paying Esau no mind. You
Who?
looking
What
at the
mind,
ones.
man? What mind, man? What mind? Brother. What mind, man?
You see,
You tell me.
you can't even be mature in a conversation. You know what? Have a good day. Have a good
Have a
day,
good
cause
day.
you here to
Have a good
clown.
day. You gonna run, man? Are you seriously gonna run, man?
Run.
You the one. You're the one that came in starting. You're the one that I brought you up because you were just in
And
a
you said
comment.
I ain't speaking no truth. And when I show you the truth,
What
instead
truth?
of accepting
You
it and
still
moving
haven't
on,
spoken a
you
truth.
deflect.
You
You see,
still
you're
haven't
talking.
spoken
You
a
see,
truth.
when you
What
invite
truth?
someone in your house, you respect that
Brother, you
person.
came in. You came in
You
talking
invite me.
nonsense.
I didn't ask to come up. You invite me, right?
I brought you up because I wanted to hear what you got to say.
Right. I
Go
mean,
ahead.
you invite me, right?
Go ahead, sir. What am I saying that's divisive? You tell me.
You haven't said nothing that is divisive. Absolutely.
Okay.
You stand for unity and love,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, man.
continue with your unity and your love.
Yeah, man. There you
But yo,
go.
check
Now
yourself
you're
though, for
talking,
real.
man.
I'm keeping it real with you. Check yourself, because
Check myself for what? What am I
I
checking
think
myself for, man?
I'm gonna show you. I
Show me.
think one of these immigrants laid it on your woman, right? So you
Huh?
have something personal against these immigrants.
I don't have anything personal against anybody. I
All
just
right.
love being a
Well,
foundational black
my bad
American.
then. My bad, all right? My bad. You continue on your path, but I hope
Yeah.
one day you open your eyes.
I will be what? Your accent, brother. I can't understand. What?
I said, I hope one day you will open your eyes.
My eyes are open.
All right. Maybe
My
it
eyes are
get
open.
wider open.
They're
Maybe you
wide
see
open.
clearer.
What
Maybe
am I supposed to see? What am I supposed to see? What am
you
I
good.
supposed to see?
Continue on your path.
I will.
All
I
right.
will. The
More
most
power to
high.
you.
More power. Exactly. More power to foundational black Americans.
All right.
Yeah, you love that name, don't you?
Yeah,
Foundational.
it's good.
Foundational black Americans. You love it, don't you?
Yo, but for real though, I didn't know you guys exist. Word up.
Word up. You didn't know who existed. My lineage, we've been around for 400 years, 500 plus years. What you mean you don't know we exist?
y'all must have been on that rock because I just recently heard of y'all. Word is born.
Man, we've been around, man. We've always been around. You enjoy our music. You enjoy our culture. We've been around, brother.
Man, what you talking about? What you talking about?
Yeah, brother. Every genre of music we created, even reggae, brother. What are you talking about? You've enjoyed. You know who we are.
You create reggae
Of course.
and hip hop.
Of course.
Briefly, what reggae you create and hip hop?
Brother, everything.
No. Don't deflect. Be specific. Give me some specifics so I could go. I like knowledge.
Everything derives from something. First of all, the people who started singing reggae, we were the first to sing reggae, sir. We were the first to
name me
make
two.
reggae popular.
Okay, just name me two persons that you know that had their hands in the creation of it. Just two. Just two.
Sir.
Just two.
Sir.
One.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I can't think of the names right off the bat right now, but I'll tell you this, sir.
You're gonna raise a point and you can't support it?
It's very no. I'm telling you.
No. You're gonna raise a point, but you can't support it.
Sir,
all right.
sir.
Forget reggae. Let's move to hip hop.
To figure. Okay, how about this, bro? I got it right here. I'll just pull it up.
Do that.
I'll just take the time and pull it up. Pull it up for you, sir. How about that? We'll go through some scholarship with you, sir. But everything from the stoplight that y'all use, everything we are.
Why are you looking at us? What happened to Esau? What happened to Ishmael and all the rest of them? Why are you looking at us? I'm telling you, one of us lay a pipe on your woman.
Who are we looking at? Who's piping my woman? Who's piping? We're piping your women. Who's piping?
All right, cool, no problem.
Who's piping our women?
No problem. No, you in particular. I'm talking about you in particular.
Who's piping our women?
No problem. No, you in particular. I'm talking about you in particular.
He in particular what?
One of us pipe your woman, and that's what got you fucked up.
No, brother. Actually, I'm piping your woman. I'm piping your women now.
Good.
I'm the one. I'm the piper.
All right, no problem.
I'm the one.
Good.
Your women love us.
All right, no problem. I'm saying, I didn't know y'all niggas exist. Word is born.
Word is born. See, that's us.
Didn't know y'all exist.
Word is bond.
Didn't
Talking like us. Word is bond is us.
Until recently.
Until
recently. If it wasn't for this TikTok, you wouldn't exist because I've been to school with mad. I've been to school with mad Black Americans, and none of them have the attitude like you.
Brother,
when they came to my house, they was happy to be chill with me, eat my food and everything, and we still cool till today. We are still cool. I didn't know you once exist. I'm telling you,
brother. We've always been here. You knew we existed. You just said you ate lunch with some of us, right? You hung out with some of us, right? So
that's not what I said. I said when they came to my house, they enjoyed my food and was happy to kick it with me. That's what I said.
House? Where's your house? Is it in Jamaica or is it over here in the United States?
New York.
Okay, so you're from New York.
Yeah.
How long you been in New York?
Long.
Deal with that accent, man. You sound like you just.
I keep it real. That's why.
You sound like you just got off the yard, man.
Well, hey, if that's how it sounds to you, good.
No, you don't even. You sound like you just got off the yard, man.
No problem.
No problem.
Yep.
You sound like you just got off the yard, man.
What happened? Your computer froze?
No. It's coming. It's coming, brother. Have you seen a microphone check, by the way, man? With 𝗔𝗯𝗁𝘂𝘁𝘂𝘁? Did you watch that documentary?
Nah, I'm not interested in them clowns.
Why not? You watch you don't watch Hidden Colors, man? You never heard of Hidden Colors?
I heard of Hidden Colors.
Have you ever watched it?
Nope.
You should, brother. You get some education in you, brother. You should.
All right. If there's nothing can build me, I'm not interested in it. If there is nothing that wouldn't uplift me and my people, I'm not selfish, and my people, I ain't interested in it.
I think you should watch Hidden Colors because it will uplift you. Because the more education the more wisdom you got, brother. You need that information because you don't. You there's some things you just don't know.
That's true. We don't know it all.
There's some things you just don't know. There's some things you just don't know.
Why would you guys want to target the Africans when Esau standing on you, been standing on you, and did so many things to you?
Okay, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Reggae music was not created by one person, but evolved in Jamaica. It wasn't created in Jamaica. It evolved in Jamaica.
All right, go right ahead.
1960s. From early styles like ska and rock steady.
Go ahead.
With pioneers like Toots and Maytals influencing its
Toots
sound.
and the Maytals.
And Maytals, okay. Influencing its sound and even giving the genre its name in their 1968 song, Do the Reggae.
Mm-hmm.
Early innovators also included Alton Ellis.
Who is
Jimmy
Alton Ellis?
Jimmy Cliff.
Who's Alton and Jimmy Cliff?
The Wailers. So the Wailers, that's all from y'all, whose collective efforts established reggae's unique rhythm and defined it as a vocal social commentary.
Bro, you don't have to explain to me.
But what I'm telling you, it evolved.
This is all old news to me.
It evolved in Jamaica, but it wasn't created in Jamaica. Where did the Wailers get their inspiration from, sir?
It evolved. What
music were they imitating, sir, that evolved into reggae, sir? It came from who? Who were they listening to?
No, you're the teacher. Tell me. You tell me.
It came from the yard of FBA, sir.
Yard of FBA? All right. Anything you say. Even though I know you're incorrect.
We are the inspiration to your music, sir.
All right. You got it.
And don't worry, I'm bringing up brothers with scholarship for you, sir. I'm bringing up brothers. What's up, Simon?
What's up, man?
They don't want to hear that it's inspired by. They don't want to hear who they're imitating. If you're imitating something,
bro,
you got it from.
If you've been standing on this and you need to go and pull up,
Try me. I'm gonna send you a video. It's gonna break your heart, right? But what happens is ska, the grandfather of reggae is ska, right? Ska.
Bro, you don't have to explain to me. I know the whole history of the culture.
That's cool. I just want to ask you, where did ska come from? Who influenced ska? Because I'm gonna send you a video, and you're gonna see all your elders literally say, we were imitating rhythm and blues. We were imitating the Black Americans. They're going to say it out of their own mouths, right? They're going to say we were imitating rhythm and blues. That's why when you go to a Jamaican cookout, right? That early music y'all play, that ska music, it all sounds like our cookout music because that's what early ska did. It took all of our rhythm and blues, right? And y'all call it rhythm popping or popping the rhythm, something like that, right? Where you guys sample a sound, right?
Okay, I know that, and that.
Now, okay, this is where you listen. I know. Just very listen. Have some intellectual control, right? So what happened was your elders literally took our string guitar, and where our blues would go.
That is common knowledge. What are you trying to? What are you adding to that?
But here,
you admit it.
It's not common knowledge because it wouldn't be an argument. Ska comes
I am not arguing.
American.
He was trying to show me that reggae was created by Black Americans, right?
Yes,
and then when he had to go and pull up.
All right, so sir, all right, so
let me finish what I'm saying. Let me finish my sentence.
All right, I'll let you finish. Go ahead, bro.
And when he went to put, he had no knowledge of his head. He had to go and pull it up. Looked like his computer was freezing at one moment.
Yeah, I have to pull it up.
And when he finally pulled it, up, he telling me things that is common knowledge to everyone.
All right, try it, man. Listen. You know what Black Americans do? We're not going to say things without a source. That's what a lot of you immigrants do.
No.
You guys say
if you're standing on certain things,
bro.
If
Bro,
you're
listen,
standing on certain things, it should be common
no,
knowledge.
that's
You don't
not,
have to go and pull it up.
and that's why. Listen, that's why you guys don't know your history because you guys were. All right, so the way of education or storytelling you guys go rely on is called telephone. Black Americans have a long tradition of not using telephone. Do you know that? Do you know what I'm talking about when I say you guys use telephone? You don't understand it, so I'm gonna explain it to you. So how telephone works, right? If you line 10 people up next to each other, right? And the first person says a word. Let's say the first word is elevators go up and down the building, right? By the time and they whisper it into the
It
next.
totally changed
Nah,
by the time it
nah.
got to the end.
Excuse me, sir. You guys, education is based off telephone, folk tale, whoever can pass down the story. But when you use telephone, the story gets mixed up. The person from number 10, when the number one person, when they whisper in the number two person, then they whisper the same thing to number three. By the time it gets to the number 10 person, is the message started out as elevators go up and down the building. By the time it reaches number 10, the story is now elephants flew through rivers, right? The story has changed. That's how you guys document your history. It's only through telephone. You guys don't have written scholarship. See, us Black Americans, right? We have written scholarship. So when my brother says something, and then he goes get the source to back up what he's saying, that's called scholarship, right? You guys, on the other hand, just yell shit out your damn heads that been passed down through telephone and has no resources. Damn, Black Americans got to give you your own history. So even your term toasting, right? Toasting came from Black American jive, right? I'm gonna also send you that video where the creator of toasting also says that now one day I just saw a Black American magazine. I saw a Jet magazine. Jet is Black American magazine. And he was influenced by the early elders of the radio stations that were jive talking. So he just started, he said it out his own mouth. Okay, now I'm going to start jiving. It's going to be my words, and I'm just going to put a twist to it. And that's when you guys started creating the term toasting, right? That goes down from ska, and then ska being the grandfather, and then reggae came out of ska, which is still a Black American derivative, which then dancehall came out of reggae, which is still a Black American derivative. Now I'm gonna send you the video. I'm gonna send you the evidence. You're not gonna like it. It's gonna break your heart. But it is what it is.
Maybe I'll have to
We we
cry.
we go, we go off scholarship. You guys go off a folktale telephone. We don't study the same. I'll land.
All right.
So let me read this to you, man. Reggae evolved from Jamaican genre ska, which itself was heavily influenced by American rhythm and blues. Ska, a Jamaican take on R&B and jazz, then developed into rocksteady before the tempo slowed further. So it just lets you know that who is the source. You see how the Africans always try to claim everything that foundational Black Americans do because they think we came from them. I'm showing you that it came from us. We're the source.
Like even Bob Marley, right? Bob Marley was not a reggae singer. He was a R&B doo-wop singer. Before he did any reggae, he came to America. He learned. He learned
You're breaking up, Simon.
in R&B, right? Yeah, man, I be going through these streets. Yeah, like hold on.
Bro, half of you are Haitians and you don't know it.
No, man, you can't.
Okay,
I'm
see,
telling
and
you,
that's the
half of you
ignorant.
Haitians and
See,
don't
and
know
that's
it.
the ignorant. That's the ignorant
Haitians been
shit.
coming here
And this
from
is
where?
why.
South
No,
Haiti, you would have
listen,
probably
listen.
been.
And this. All right. So wait, Treadman. See. All right. So hold on, Treadman. You said you want to be disrespectful. Now I'm gonna return disrespect to you. You motherfuckers
How
are
I want to
poor.
be
Okay?
disrespectful
No.
by giving,
You want to
by
be
telling you something.
disrespectful. No. You want to be disrespectful. I'm gonna be disrespectful back. You people are poor.
So you're
Okay?
wait, hold on,
Poor.
before
Your
you go. I'm
grandmama.
disrespecting you
No.
by telling you half of
Your
you
grandmama
Haitians and
lived
don't know
here.
it.
You're poor. You're poor, sir. You're poor. That's who you are. Your grandmama was poor. Your granddaddy was poor. Your island is poor. Stop talking to us about we some damn Haitians. You disrespectful bastard. All right, now it's your turn. You want to be disrespectful? I just met you in the same. I just met you in the same area.
No problem. No problem. I didn't mean that in a disrespectful manner,
I don't
but
give a damn how
evident.
you say.
You see, you're trying to talk over me.
Say it again. No. Don't you ever say it again. We're not no fucking Haitians, you poor fucking piss poor bastard. All right, that's who you are. That's what we think about you now. When you disrespect us, we're gonna disrespect you back. My ancestors ain't no poor hoe ass Africans or Haitians. All right.
Wow.
Stop claiming us. Stop claiming us.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, put that in your pipe and smoke it.
You guys are lost. Absolutely lost. Talking about poor.
We brought scholarship to you, brother. What did you bring? We brought scholarship to you. What did you bring?
Scholarship to me. When I came here, my friends was happy to come at my house and eat food, bro. You talking about poor?
We never hungry. Food? What
are you talking about?
You came to America, brother.
What are you talking about?
Because it wasn't popping in your homeland.
My Yankee friends were happy to come over to my house. They were excited. I was surprised that they were acting like that over
Yankee
food.
friends. You see that, family?
Yankee friends. See?
Yes.
More disrespect.
Yes.
More disrespect. You're a poor. Listen. You gotta understand.
Poor.
You come from a lineage.
How can I be poor when my Yankee friends come to my house to eat?
You come from a lineage of people that.
How do you know what lineage I came from? How do you know?
Your grandfather was weak, all right?
How you know? Who the hell my grandfather was?
Yeah, you're weak. You came to America and fled the battlefield. You're weak. Stop comparing us. We
got businesses.
We not the same.
The people that went to school with me is asking me and my brothers for jobs.
Listen,
we run our own shit in New York.
Listen, go take all that shit you learned in America and go build up Haiti. I bet you won't. I bet you won't.
Yo, you Haitian, yo. Not for y'all niggas from the South.
I bet you won't.
New Orleans and all that is Haitian. And without Haiti, your ass will still be a...
See, more disrespect. Now I'm going to defend my New Orleans brothers. Guess what?
And without Haiti, enough of you clumps will still... The whole world will still be in slavery.
Hold on,
You still be in slavery.
Listen, you whole ass.
You still be in slavery. You will still be in slavery. Do some research.
Shit about New Orleans. You bitch ass Haitians would have died in Katrina. You bitch niggas wouldn't have been tough enough to live through Katrina.
Bitch niggas save you from slavery though, right?
Disrespecting my
bitch niggas save you from slavery.
Listen, stop.
Actually free the world.
People. You don't got no ancestry back to the Haitian Revolution. Your people are some bitch ass niggas, alright?
Yeah. You one of them.
You're a body
you one of them.
You're a body boy.
You one of them.
You're a body boy.
You one of them. Yo, I don't believe how dumb you niggas are.
Poor immigrants.
Poor. Again, I'm gonna tell you, when I came here, my Yankee friends were happy to come to the house to eat.
Poor ashy ankles, ashy knuckles, your peasy head motherfuckers.
Camera. We gotta see. I gotta see this. Camera, brother. Just put your camera on.
I hate when they talk about New Orleans. New Orleans is some warriors. You Haitians would have died in Katrina.
Put your camera on, man.
I'm sick of you.
What do you want to see a man for? What kind of body boy business do you want to?
I'm sick of you.
You're a body boy. Put your camera on.
Listen,
what do you want to see a man for? What kind of man want to see a man?
Camera on, man, so we can see who we're talking to.
The size of a thumbnail.
I'm a lion. I'm a lion.
Show us the lion.
Your island is a tiny.
Because you are lying.
Tiny thumbnail. And you guys, nigga, if we was black Americans on our island, slavery would have been over the first day. The first day it would have been over. Nah, you guys.
You couldn't free yourself. You couldn't free yourself. You couldn't free your aunt. You couldn't free your aunt.
Yeah, it took you forever, and then you unalive your leader. You unalive your leader right afterwards, you bums. And then you paid reparations to the French, you bums. How you win a war and you
and Esau still got his foot in your neck, bitch.
You're a bum. How you win a war and still pay reparations?
Esau still got his foot in your neck, bitch.
You're a loser.
He got his foot on your country. How about that? He got your foot. The Chinese.
Esau got you in check.
Let me
you're so blind. You're so blind.
My other microphone. Hold on, you bum.
Your mother's the bum.
They own your hotel.
Your mother's the bum, behold.
You guys are reduced to massaging foreigners on little crates that y'all, you know. I mean, brother, you can't even wag your finger at foundational Black Americans when you live in a homeland that's worse than our ghetto.
You making
Your
assumptions. You
homeland,
don't even know where I'm
your
from.
homeland is
You
worse than our
don't
ghetto.
Hey,
even know
hold
where
on.
I'm
This
from.
microphone better? This better?
Much better,
All
brother.
right,
Much better.
let me tell you this, bro. You people are poor, okay? I'm tired of you Haitians trying to come at my New Orleans brothers. You Haitians would have died in that flood, all right? You wouldn't have been tough enough to survive. Your elders would have passed. You wouldn't have had no community. You
You
wouldn't have known how to
you
do
would have
no.
died if we didn't
You
free your
people are
ass.
poor. All right,
You would
you're
have died if we
poor.
didn't free
You
your ass. You're
didn't free
dumb.
nothing. Your island is the size of a thumbnail, and it took you hundreds of years to get free from the French, and then you pay them
My island is the
reparations.
size of your mother big pussy.
Listen, your island is a tiny
It's the
speck.
size of your
All
mother
right,
big cat.
no. You guys, listen. I'm speaking facts. You see, I'm speaking facts. You're from a loser island, and everything you learn in
Absolutely.
America,
A
I
loser
bet
island
you
that
won't
free the
go back.
world.
You
Listen,
won't.
That
brother.
free
I
the
bet you
world.
ain't free no world. I bet you
Free the
won't go.
world.
I bet you won't go fix your island though.
Free the
I
world.
bet you won't fix your island.
Free the world.
Okay, you know what? What have you done since, you fucking loser? I give you that. Now tell me what you did afterwards.
You can't give
You
me nothing.
bitch.
You a clown.
You bitch. You
Give
ain't
yourself
invent shit.
give
You
yourself
don't
a
got
ham
no inventions.
sandwich.
Your women is ugly as fuck. Your men got jaundice. Y'all all got yellow eyes. You look like a fucking werewolf at the nighttime. All
Listen
your
to you.
fucking
He
skin is
sound like an
dry.
8-year-old kid. Listen to him.
Your ankles is dry. Your wrists is dry. Your fingernails is overgrown. You dirty, poor bitches. All right? Fuck you talking about. Fuck you talking about.
How
You free the
immature.
world. What
Listen to
have
what
you
you're
done
talking about.
afterward? What have
Listen
you
to
done
you.
since? What have
Brother,
you done since?
listen to you. Listen to
Yeah,
you.
I'm responding to you.
Wow.
You wanted to come
You
with
called us a
disrespect. I'm
Yankee.
meeting you in the same
You
chamber.
are a Yankee.
What have you
You're a
done
Yankee.
since? What have you done since?
Brother, shameful, man. Just
Yeah,
shameful, man.
yeah. Tell
Don't
me
ever
what you
come with a
done since.
foundation of Black
You
America.
talking
That's what
about
I'm getting.
hungry? My Yankee
Yeah.
friends was
You
happy to
freed.
come in my
Listen,
house to
you
eat some
freed the.
food. I was like,
whatever.
wait a minute,
What
this is
have you
America.
done
Why you
since?
niggas acting like
y'all
that?
just
You ain't
screaming
do
back and
shit since.
forth. May I
Now
speak?
I'm done. Yeah, he ain't do
All right,
shit
hold on. Go
since.
ahead. Go ahead, Basic. Go ahead, Basic. Go ahead, Basic.
All right. What's going on to my people, FBA? I hope everything is going well. I do just want to drop in and say that, the diaspora has some type of issue with us. We don't know what it is. And honestly, at this point, it doesn't concern us what it is because we know what we've done. We've documented. The thing is, the amount of things
What you
that
need to
we've done
document is
is
Esau got keeping
it's
his
so
foot in
much.
your neck,
Bro,
and
will you
we've been
shut up?
saving you. We've been
Bro, we don't care.
saving
We
you.
don't care about
Hold
Jamaicans. You
on,
just
bro.
up
I
here
don't want to
crying
lose
for
you,
no
man.
reason, bro. We
So
don't
just let me
care.
speak. You've been
You're
speaking.
here. You're not even in Jamaica. How are y'all so great, but y'all are never at home?
How you know?
35%, no,
Why you would
35% of
assume that I'm from
Jamaicans,
Jamaica?
35% of Jamaicans do not live in Jamaica. Now, the thing is, as far as
Because you cosplaying.
reggae came
Because
from
you're
Black
afraid to tell us what
Americans.
island you
And
from.
if you listen to your people, they'll tell
I'm
you
from the one with your mother
James
big
Brown.
puss.
Okay, cool. I
He's
don't care
trying
where
to
you're
get
from,
back.
Bro,
to be
stand
honest with you.
where you from, bro. Where you from?
And
Claim your set. What island you from?
I'm standing
Be
on the one
free.
with your mother big puss. That's the
Be
one.
Exactly,
free.
exactly,
Exactly.
exactly.
Exactly. You're free. Like I said. Go ahead, basic.
Exactly, bro. Like, these people aren't even worth the energy. You know what I'm saying? This is what they like to do. They like to bicker. And that's why you don't see any unity anywhere outside of the United States when it comes to Black people. Because all these people do is bicker with each other. You got these people on the same island who bicker with each other every day, and then you got the YT and the Asians and all these other people come in and they make y'all foreigners on your own land, but you want to come up here and you want to talk down to us when we're the only people who have accepted y'all and we fought for the rights that y'all have in the United
Ain't
States.
nobody talking down to
But
you.
this is okay, cool. I don't care if you agree or not, dude. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, we're delineating, and you guys are gonna see what we've brought to the table. You can sit here and say we haven't done it, but you're gonna see because we're fighting to take all the things that we fought for is only gonna apply to our own people. We're gonna worry about our own people, and then we're gonna see how y'all
In the
end up.
next two years, where you guys gonna be? 2 years.
Well,
2 years from
In
now.
2 years,
Where you
where are we
projected to
gonna
be?
be?
Yeah.
We're gonna be right here.
Doing
Where are
what?
you gonna be?
What you gonna
yeah,
A
establish?
lot of
he
y'all
don't
are
even.
getting
Show.
He
sent back.
Don't
these
Like you
deflect.
do.
What you
real
gonna
basic.
Y'all are
establish in the
literally
next 2
These
years?
fighting
immigrants,
to. You're
these
literally
immigrants
fighting
don't
to
even know
stay
the
in
can
someone
that they
else's
opened
land.
up.
What are
That
you
lets
gonna
you know that
establish?
your homeland is a failure
Oh,
because
let
you're
me.
fighting to stay somewhere else.
Give me a second. Let me tell you a secret. Don't
Yeah,
be
It's
too
these
not a
bold.
immigrants don't
secret,
even
bro.
know
We
the
know
Don't
that y'all
can
fail, man.
before
Y'all
you
fail.
guys opened
don't
up.
be too
This
boastful.
ain't this.
Listen, this man
Listen,
is
ain't
planning to
you ain't
deport
tough.
you too.
You ain't tough. No, he's deporting
Now
you.
we
All
No,
right,
back
he's
no,
saying he's
no,
trying to
deporting you.
no,
deport us
no.
I
too.
nah,
Listen to
see,
what I'm
yeah,
telling you.
now he's on the talking point.
Oh
We don't
Show
care
Lord.
No, no,
evidence.
no,
about your
no.
Show evidence
immigrant.
of black.
We don't care
Show
about your
evidence of
immigrant
black Americans
updates.
getting kicked out of America. Go ahead and show us
All
evidence,
right,
please.
wait and see. All right, just wait and see.
No, no, it's not
Just
about
remember
wait and
this.
see.
Nah,
Show
ain't
us
no
now.
Just
wait. See,
remember.
yeah, you guys are
Don't you listen?
anti-black American, and we see it now. It's
Don't you
cool.
listen? You
Be
didn't hear what you said.
anti-black
Those
American.
with
Be
you know what is
anti-black
repeat
American.
offenders.
No.
It's the same lame talking
He's
point they
talking
talk
about
about. How can
yeah.
the black American be deported? Can
All right,
anyone
just wait
answer
and
that
see.
question?
Wait and see.
Hey, Tribeman, can you answer that question? How can a black American be
How?
deported? I mean,
How?
tell us how. Tell us
Pick your
how.
ass up. He already said it. He will pick your ass up if you. He said those that
When
eat.
did he say? When did he say that? Can you give us
OMG.
any example of
Oh,
any African
all right. You want
American
me to
being
find it and
deported?
send it to you?
See,
Lying. That's what these people
How
that's
you
do.
that
never come with
hotel shit.
scholarship? You just
Yeah,
do that.
no
I'm a tether
scholarship.
and I say so nonsense, bro. That's
That's
all
that
you do.
telephone
Yeah,
bullshit.
that's
You
nonsense.
never have scholarship. You just talk out your. This is gonna happen.
So
That's
This is
it's
gonna happen.
evident what
so
he
And when
so
said.
we
let me
ask
You
let
go
me
you
tell
look it up
you
for
again, you
yourself.
don't even
That's
let
what
me
he
have
tell
it.
you
say.
what happens
You don't
if
even
black
have it.
He said he will
if
be deporting
hold
Americans
on,
too.
tribe.
Y'all
You
He
hate
doing
said
too
we
it.
much
deportable.
talking.
Y'all hate it.
Let me tell
Y'all
you
hate
what's
we
gonna
be
happen
deportable, yo.
if black
Can't stand
Americans
it.
was to have 40 million black Americans was to leave America. The
No, that's not the
economy
point.
would
That's not what I'm. Don't
destabilize.
deflect from it. He didn't say
No, it's
40
not
million.
deflecting.
He
The
said
economy would be
repeat offenders, he will
stabilized.
pick their
Right.
ass up and
Hold
they will
up.
be
It will
shipped out
never
too.
happen. What
Check
will
it out.
happen is people like you, that's an immigrant, will get deported. We can't get deported. There are amendments that states that
Bumba
we are
It
clock.
doesn't
naturalized
apply to you,
citizens.
clown.
Do
It
you
doesn't
understand?
apply
Do
to
you
you.
understand the
Facts.
word
Yeah.
naturalized
Hold
citizen?
your emotions, because he's telling the truth. Hold your emotions. He's telling you
You're
the
crying.
truth. Go
You're
ahead.
crying.
Since when
There's
anything has applied
nowhere.
to black America?
There's nowhere they can send us because we're home. This is our home, and we fought for it. We fought for it in the Civil War. We fought for it in civil rights. There's nothing no one can take from us, sir.
I could keep going. We fought for it in World War III. We fought for it in World War II. Like the World War III is supposed to come up, but World War II. But you guys get what I mean.
We're
Hey
gonna continue to
guys,
fight.
we on the net, and we're on the net against a lot of people who clearly don't care about history. They only care about in interjecting themselves into what's coming to us because of what we've done, and we have done a great job. And unfortunately, guys, it's very sad for the other people who haven't had nothing to do with that. So they will find any way and any means to interject themselves into our world and what we've done in hip hop and jazz and Michael Jackson music, and I could go on and on. I could go on, literally I could go on until the morning, until the sun comes up, of the accomplishments that we've done, that the whole diaspora knows of. But when they speak to us, they will literally tell you, who do you think you are? You're nobody. Do you even know your own language or whatnot and whatnot? As if a language is a flex. But what they need to realize is culture is a flex. What a people builds, that's a flex. What a person's influence on the world, that's a flex. Don't talk to me about a language until you can talk to me about what your people have done for our people in America. But I
Don't
can
talk to
tell
me
you
about a
what
language
I can
until
tell
people
you
copying your language.
I can tell you what our people in America have done for the world. I can tell you what our people have shown to the world. I can even show you what our people have led the world to a certain direction that our world has gone on to because of our people, and it's all benefited everyone. But you can't tell me one person from where you're from, or a couple of people say that, oh, there's people in Africa that came to America. A couple of people. But when it comes to the vast majority, I'm talking about the vast majority. I'm not trying to strike down those who helped. When it comes to the vast majority, though, guys, we the blueprint. We the blueprint. They don't like that. They don't like that shit at all. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
And
I
they're
like
gonna
to say
they're gonna they're gonna they're gonna battle
Tell
back
you
and
what
forth.
somebody from somewhere else did for
They're,
you. Gave you
they're gonna
FBA.
battle, especially this dude talking with that strong ass accent. He definitely doesn't like me. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But they don't like what we've accomplished because they didn't accomplish it first.
Facts.
That's what time it is, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
That's very true,
Well, I
man.
like to know. I like to personally know what he's talking about because it do seems to be that there's some kind of conspiracy or something that's going on. Because the Africans are doing the same thing. They're wanting us to say that we're African so they can claim either our inheritance or something. So I like
They
to
want
know
to do a destiny swap. That's what they want to do. They all think if they were born in America, opposed to being born in Africa, they would be doing 100 times better than us, and that's just
That's
not true.
crazy. That's
That's just
crazy.
they're
So
not
so
That's
doing
crazy.
much.
I'm like, are they listening to themselves?
So too
It's
much. Hold.
ridiculous.
Hey, brother, sit. So too much. This is what I learned from them, right? When they started fleeing and they started getting here in like the 80s and the 90s, when the mass majority of them came here in the 80s and the 90s, their parents told them, right, that now that you're a black American, it was their parents that told them that you're a black American now and you can do anything you want in America. That's what their parents taught them. That you're
They also
American
they
and
also
you can
said though.
and because and hold on, and because our people was too busy being Black Panthers and literally fighting supremacy, that message went over their head until now 2025. These first and second generation immigrants literally think that the stories of Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Frederick Douglass, Carter G. Woodson, some reason they think this is contributed from some damn Caribbeans or some immigrant Africans.
Yes, that's crazy, bro. And but you know what? They also told their children when they sent their children to America or they came to America that you are not black. Don't forget it, fellas. They told their children you are
How you
not
know that
black.
nonsense? Were you living
You
in
are
our
not
house?
whole. Hey, man, don't cut me off. Because I know I've spoken and be respectful. Be respectful. I've listened. They told their children you are not black. Do not mingle yourself amongst the black Americans. They're not like you. They did it the same
Not my
way other
house.
races did it. They did it the same way other races did it. For the most part. I'm not saying everybody, but the vast majority
I'm
did.
black and I stand
Um,
on that.
they were not.
At
But
my
bro,
house.
You're not
you have.
black.
Hold
You're a
on, dude.
Haitian. You
Dude
don't
has
have
a
no black
major.
culture. You don't
Dude
have
has a
black
major
history.
accent. Number one. So what he's attributed to the world, that's cool for what he did and his people. I'm not knocking that. But what I'm trying to tell him who's speaking is, bro, you don't sound like me, you don't talk like me, you don't walk like me, you don't come from where I come from. So respect who I am when you come into my land, bro.
Can
The
I
same way you would want the same respect if I came into your land. Now
can I
back to what I was saying. Back to what I was saying is that now that they've come here and the floodgates have been opened, they act like they forget and they don't know who laid down the foundation. But black Americans, we know who we are. We know what's up. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
Let me
can
hear
I
from
address
you.
the prompt?
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Can I get an explanation on what the prompt represents?
Well, my earlier speech was I have a dream 2.0. And I'm talking about sovereignty. I'm talking about our men and our women having respect for each other, growing up not with fiat currency, but with an ecosystem, an economy. That's what I Have a Dream 2.0 is about. It's about us becoming a sovereign people and controlling our destiny and controlling our future, not being controlled by this rigged system that we live in today and this fiat currency that is really a debt currency. But go ahead.
Okay.
And then I just brought up the tribesman because he was in the comments, saying, he's being a hater, man. He's hating on foundational Black Americans.
I'm definitely with that.
Well, I'm African. I know it don't sound like it, but yeah.
You were born here?
Yeah, I'm first generational African.
First generation. Okay, so let me get your
country?
perspective again.
Hold on, from what country? Because Africa has 54 different countries.
Correct.
Yeah, I just wanted to say Africa, but West Africa.
What country in West Africa?
Once again, see, this is the shame. Thank you. Yeah, this is the shame we be talking about when we actually what
Burkina
country
Faso?
now.
Sierra Leone.
States.
Sierra
Leone.
Okay. Sierra Leone. Okay, shout out to Sierra Leone. What do you want to say, brother? What do you want to say? You're African. You're Sierra Leone. I told you what the pop was about. What do you got?
Sierra Leone, Mandingos. That's my lineage. Yeah.
When are you going back? When are you going back?
As soon as I can, for sure. Yeah.
Okay. And what's your purpose? What's your goal when you get back there?
My goal?
Yeah. What's your goal? I mean, you said you're going to go back as soon as possible, right?
I want to travel the world as soon as possible.
Okay, so you're not necessarily trying to go back. You're trying to live here still, right?
Not sure about that, though. I don't know where in the world that I want to live, but,
Why not in your homeland? That's strange. Why wouldn't you want to live in your homeland?
I would.
You just said you want to live. You're not sure where you want to live. Why wouldn't you want to live in your homeland? What's wrong with your homeland?
There's nothing wrong with that. I just, got to go over there. You know what I mean? Because
have you been over there before?
And see what's going on.
Have you been over there before?
Not as an adult.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got to see what's going on.
See,
let me ask you: have you noticed a lot of the disrespect that Africans or immigrants as a whole have been spewing out towards Black Americans? Have you witnessed any of that? Have you seen any videos? Like, what's your response to that?
Well, yeah, I was scrolling through TikTok and seeing a lot of these panels. I'm seeing the indigenous panels. I'm seeing the FBA panels. I'm seeing the African panels. And one thing I noticed that in the African panels, they pretty much, pretty much the narrative is like, can we come to an agreement? Can we come to a common ground? And you got some arrogant people that come up there, woo, going back and forth, But when I go through and I see the indigenous joints and the FBA joints, but this one, I don't know. I just got on here, but a couple of them, the energy is real high. You know what I'm saying? F Africa this, F Africa that. Same old. But I don't see it. I don't see it as much with the African panels. If I'm being totally honest with you, you do got some people that are, they.
Let me ask this question: do Africans hate the United States?
Nah, not at all. Not at all.
They don't hate the United States because a lot of Africans come on here and they feel like the United States is holding them down, and that they got to come over here and get the resources back that y'all sold to the Europeans.
What they hate is probably what every Black man hates about the USA is, the system put in place, the government.
Okay, if they hate the system and the government, why don't they fight against it?
I think
Why don't they?
I think it's
Why haven't
subjective.
they got on code with the people that have been resisting the system of oppression from the very beginning? Instead of people,
I
so
think it's subjective.
we got videos of y'all calling us slave babies. We got videos of y'all saying we came as passengers, y'all came as cargo. You know, we got all this. Y'all got names.
Hold on,
Like
so too much. Let me ask him one more question. So since he says do you think Black Americans are responding or are we initiating all of this conversation? What do you
Good
feel?
question. Good question.
Good question.
It looks like initiation.
We initiated it.
So wait, you said initiation. That's what it looks like from you.
Okay, so we mentioned the word 𝗏𝗏 earlier, right?
Hold
My
on,
question.
Tether. I mean,
Okay,
True
go
Seeker. Hold
ahead.
on, one more thing. So if
You can
we
ask me
initiate,
anything you
hold
want.
on, bro. So if we're initiating it, why didn't we initiate it 30 years ago?
That's subjective. I don't know.
Instead, we initiated
Okay.
Pan-Africanism. See, this is what you guys come up here and be very disingenuous. What you are seeing right now as to what Simon is speaking to
I just
is
answered the
a
question.
reaction. Sure.
Now let us speak.
Is a reaction to what has been happening to us. As a people, even our own people who don't necessarily identify as FBA know good and hell well that there has always been a majority group who never let their indigenous identity go. But in efforts of coming together with other melanated people in the hopes to tear down white supremacy, we accepted Pan-Africanism 65 years ago. We allowed it. We revered it. Never, not once did anyone put down Africa because we were identifying with it or coming together with it.
Mm-hmm.
Only to turn around and find out that socially and economically we are being undermined by the people who look like us. And that hurts more than any white racist in America. We know who they are. We know who we're dealing with because we've been dealing with them. We have never accepted these people. We have never revered these people. In fact, one of the pillars of our culture is the fact that we have progressed so far as we have, and our own oppressor copies our culture. That's one of the major things, anthropologically speaking, into why African Americans are, I think, the second most studied group in globally, outside of Egyptians.
Yep.
So to find out that the people who look like us, that we have accepted as our cousin in the yard, because we knew that even foundationally Black American, and if you do not understand, that means that my great-grandparents' great-grandparents come from America. My great-grandparents' great-grandparents are from here.
Mm-hmm.
And that means even for the few Africans, because you don't understand the history and understanding that what is now called the United States of America, or recognized as North America continentally, received the least amount of Afro-Caribbean enslaved people. The least over a 250-year period. That matters when you start talking about bloodlines and blood ties. But we recognize that from 1868 and before, that some of us may in fact have African lineage and never was ashamed of that. So much so we accepted Pan-Africanism as a way of life for us, in the hopes of having some sort of fortification with the people coming together on the basis of melanin alone. And to find out that economically we're being undermined, socially we're being undermined, politically we are being undermined by the people who look like us, is so disheartening. That's why you hear the rhetoric that you hear now. That's why you hear the rhetoric that you hear now. Literally, as a people, as a continent, Africa as a continent's GDP, I think, is maybe 3.1 trillion as an entire continent. African Americans as a group in the United States are already at 2.6. They are not deporting us anywhere because they can't. That is what you don't understand.
I do.
So even if I accept your rhetoric and say all of us, let's just for the sake of the argument say every single last one of us are descendants of the 390,000 Afro-Caribbean slaves that were brought here over a 250-year period, and I'm saying the math because it matters, even if I accept your rhetoric, after 1868, or if they were here before 1868, they are part of a foundation of people who helped create a culture that is now mimicked not only by the oppressor, but is bottled up and sold across the world. So it definitely matters if you were not here before them, because how you got here matters. So even if all of my ancestors got here on a boat before 1868, you want me to reach back to 1868 and call myself African when my people have been here for more than 200 years since then? And at least at that point, we're going on 180 years now. You want me to reach back 180 years, call myself African, even though we have a culture we've established here that Africans and Caribbeans themselves imitate? Is that what you're saying?
Okay.
She was conservative with her response, because it was a lot of detail that we could have, went
Can I
into.
respond to her? Oh, no.
Yeah, go ahead. Respond.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let him respond. Go ahead.
Well, no, I feel what the sister said. If I could call you sister, yeah, I feel this dynamic. What I really see, right, is first of all, I want to say this.
Please don't bring up the white man, yo. Y'all gotta fix y'all talking point. This white man thing, we like to smell it when it's about to come out. But go ahead.
What I was gonna say was, if you don't consider yourself African, it's not in your heart, that you African. You know what I mean? I feel like by all means, you should not be considered. You shouldn't consider yourself African. You should go about it like that. You see what I'm saying? I'm not one of them people that's gonna come in here and tell you that everybody should be African. It's a lot of There's a lot of information out here. There's misinformation over there, information over there. There's indoctrinated information over here. New information every day. So
you're babbling.
If it's
bring it back in. You're babbling. I want you to bring it back in.
Can I say something as an African?
What I'm saying is,
I definitely would like to hop in on that.
Can I finish now?
Yeah, go ahead. Let him finish. Don't babble.
What I'm saying is, if you're not African, you shouldn't be considered African. There's nothing wrong with that. If you want,
so do you know when you go back to Africa, you're not considered African, sir? Did you know that?
Say that again.
Did you know when you go back to Africa, you're not even going to be considered African, sir?
I'm well aware. Here's the thing.
No. There's a great movie that you should watch.
I'm gonna tell you this.
I think it's still on Netflix. It's called The Nigerian Prince.
I'm gonna tell you this.
And it will let you know that when you go back, the same way they treat us, they gonna treat you.
I'm gonna tell you this, right? It is a fact that it's some truth to what you're saying, but it's not like what you think, because they know that they're gonna know that I'm.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Let me respond to you.
Can I finish the sentence?
We've been letting you finish the sentence, and it doesn't seem like you have a point that you're getting at.
Can I finish the sentence, please?
That's the thing. You're having a hard time finishing your sentence.
Everybody's talking though.
No, we were letting you talk. That you started babbling. You're having a hard time finishing your own
what I'm gonna say is this. Can I just land? Can I just land?
Real quick, land it.
All right, because I was trying to land, but you brought up another talking point that I had to respond to.
Bro, just land.
Wrap it up.
All right. If you're not African, you're just not African. You shouldn't be considered African. If you FBA, you should do what you have to do to be FBA, and get whatever you getting from these folks, and you should go about it like that. You see what I'm saying? I don't think anybody should be forced to be African. You see what I'm saying? You shouldn't be Nobody should come and just tell you that you're African. You know what I mean? That's if it's not in you, it's not in you. Africa. What I want to say, Africa she don't need you. If you are her, you know what I'm saying, she embraces you. If you're not her, then she would still embrace you, but she'll let you go.
Okay, so this is the
Africa
issue.
don't-
Hold on, y'all.
Wait. So why are most Africans coming to America to establish jobs, to get their foot in the door, to make money? If Africa don't need you, and supposedly according to you, that's the land of where everybody should be establishing their businesses. Why are you guys coming to America to establish yourselves, to send money back to the homeland, if that's supposed to be the great land?
Okay, I could explain that because the system put in place in the Western world, as far as UK.
No. You speak about the system. Let me see if you know your own system.
Let me answer his question.
Speak about the system correctly.
Let me answer his question. So the way the world looks at it is that this is the Western world, United States and the UK. Africans ain't just sending their people over here. Caribbeans ain't just sending their people over here. They send them to the UK. So the way they look at it is just the same way that, you know, Chinese people look at it, Korean people look at it.
Misinformation. See, wait. So I'm sorry. Well, I gotta correct you respectfully.
You can't correct.
I do have to because when you talk about the system, you want to blame it directly on the Western.
I'm not blaming anything.
Hold on, bro. You don't know your own. You haven't even been there. So you don't know your systems. Your system is corrupt by neo-colonialism. Okay.
Nobody's talking about that though.
But that is we don't have the same enemy, right? Neo-colonialism is your African and Caribbean enemy first.
Nobody's talking about that though.
I would like.
That's my problem.
I would like.
Can I finish?
Simon. I would like him. I would like him to land though.
Can I finish?
Simon, I would like him to land though.
Can you?
I would like him to land.
Go ahead and land.
I would. But guys, we gotta stop being emotional.
I'm just answering your question.
My question was,
can y'all hear me? I'm the host.
Yes.
I'm the host. Relax.
How you doing, host?
Yeah,
gotcha,
good. How you
host.
doing, sir? Thank you.
Gotcha.
All right.
I definitely respect you. What I was asking, just in case we lost track.
He just asked me a question.
Mute them.
I just wanted to redirect where we were going.
Brother, don't overtalk the host, man. I'm here. Okay? Just relax. Okay? We gotta move on from this brother, man. He's babbling. We gotta move on from this brother.
He just asked a question. I didn't get 10 seconds.
Brother.
And host, he didn't even answer before people hopped in. To be real,
I got you. But we got other people on the panel, and the brother.
You can talk to them if you need to. You can go ahead and talk to them.
Nailing down his point. Yeah, we'll come back to you, brother. We'll come back to you.
It was just a bunch of tether babble. That's all I heard.
I mean, it's getting boring. I just want you to, while you're waiting on to get your turn again, just think about being more concise. When people ask you a question, answer the question.
Talk to anybody else. Go ahead.
Answer the question first.
Listen, if you don't need me on this panel, it's cool. I just wanted to be somebody that you could ask a question. That's why I came in and talked to them.
Right.
But if you don't need me to be here, I can roll out. It's all good.
I'm not dropping you from the panel, brother, but I'm saying that we got to move on. We just got other people.
You can move on. That's what I'm saying. But he asked a question. I thought you wanted me to ask a question.
Yeah, brother, I've been listening to you answer questions, and it has never. We still waiting on the answer.
You know.
Host, I hate to be. I'm not against you, but he never got a chance to answer. Your boy hopped in on him.
Ask your question one more time, and then we'll give him one more chance, and then we're gonna move on. Okay, ask your question one more time.
Hey, give him a time frame.
30 seconds. Answer it in 30 seconds. So ask the question again, because I don't even remember what the question was. And then
at this point, I damn near forgot the damn question.
Yeah, I mean, it was something about the
question
system.
don't matter.
It was something about the system, and then he started blaming it on Western powers because he wanted to say it.
Because he said that Africa didn't need us. He was asking why are Africans constantly coming over here?
Let me tell you something.
That's exactly what it was. As a matter of fact, thank you very much. That's what I was asking. If you guys didn't need us so much, then why are so many of you guys coming over here? Was my question to you, sir. It wasn't to be rude. It was just a direct question. Please answer that. Why are you guys coming here, and why aren't we coming over there to be free and to get the money and to live life? Why are we coming to that?
Sit down. Let them answer it. You got 60 seconds.
All right, so first I'm gonna tell you, they African Americans, people that consider themselves African Americans, are going to Africa. That is a fact. There's about almost in the hundreds of thousands.
You already wasted 30 seconds of saying nothing. Why are Africans coming to the United States?
For better opportunity.
But bro, you already kind of effed up with me, bro. Because I asked you why the vast majority of you guys are coming here to establish businesses and whatnot.
Understand that.
But you, dude, are we coming there or are you guys coming here? It's a very easy question. It's not hard to answer.
It's happening both ways.
That's bullshit.
It's a very
That's
tiny
bullshit.
percentage.
That's bullshit. There's a very few of us coming over there, and there's a lot of you coming over here, bro.
Sit down. Hold on one second.
Sit down.
So I'm done.
So my question is, can a black American go to any African country broke?
For sure.
No. That's a lie, brother. That's a lie.
What's going on right now?
Brother, you have
go to Africa,
only been to Africa when you were a kid. I'm sure probably with your parents.
You could listen. They got 5 nations that you could go, and they give you a free citizenship and some land. 2 of them you could get some free land. Fact.
Free citizenship and land.
Where's that at?
Yeah, I tried, guys.
Just look it up.
I tried with this.
No.
Can I say something as an African?
Look it up.
Let me say one thing directly to him.
Just look it up yourself.
That's the telephone I be talking about. That's the telephone.
People that can.
That's the telephone I be talking about.
Let me say something directly to you. You say Africa does not need us.
No,
but what you don't understand. No, listen.
Africa don't need people that don't think that they're African.
I agree. But let me see
African
what you
needs
think
all
you know.
Africans.
When are you
African
born? Matter of fact, you are African.
Because what you don't understand.
African. When is your plane being booked? Because you are African. You think you're
African.
I am African.
What you fail to understand is.
Yo, send this motherfucker back to Africa. You Africa, bro. Go back to Africa, bro. We don't need you over here, bro.
Let the sisters speak.
Yeah.
Can I say something as African?
I was talking directly to Baba. I was talking
to you.
Yes,
I think everybody who talk that Africa shit should be shipped back to Africa and stay there.
Hold on.
For sure.
So I'm gonna say this to you. You sound like you are from up north. My family in entirety is from the South. I'm a first generation New York baby. My entire family's bloodlines, blood ties are from the South. When I hear the accent, I know what I'm dealing with. Yeah. I say all that to say it's easy to say Africa doesn't need us when you think you know what these quote unquote diaspora wars come from. You only think it's about culture, and while culture is a major aspect of that for us, it's really coming from economic, political decisions. Now, while you speak and say Africa doesn't need us, you fail to recognize what the African Union was trying to do with our reparations and our GDP buying power. You are speaking to something that you are clearly not aware of. So to say Africa doesn't need us, but while your leaders are simultaneously trying to undermine our reparations from our ancestors and the blood, sweat, and tears that was poured over here to use over there, and trying to find a way to tap into our 2.6 trillion buying power as a people, because your continent as a whole only has 3.1, then you would clearly understand what was going on. So to say Africa doesn't need us, but at simultaneously trying to get the money that we create and that we put into economic buying power is disingenuous. But you're saying that because you don't know. Just like the rest of us are on here arguing with you about our culture because you don't know our history either. You have no idea what is going on over here and how to deal with our colonizer over here, because your people fail to realize that Europeans are not indigenous to America. This is not their language. When you say you are dealing with a conquistador or you are dealing with a colonizer or a conqueror, you are talking about a Portuguese person. They speak Portuguese. You're talking about a Spanish person. They speak Spanish. Have you been to Spain or France? I have. I spent over a month there. When I tell you all of those white people who look, looked exactly like these people over here, they do, which is why I get into a Latino's ass when they call themselves YT and they don't have that lineage. I know what those people look like. I was there. They speak Spanish, sir. They speak French. They speak Dutch. They speak Swiss. They speak German. They speak Welsh. They speak Gaelic. English is not their language, and England was not called England. It was Britannia. So you need to question yourself even into some, what people like to call, quote unquote, pseudoscience, into where the language come from. We are speaking the language of our ancestors, baby, and you don't understand that. We are doing what we've always done, and you don't understand that either. And when you try to come for us culturally and economically and politically, we're going to have a problem with it. What you do not understand is that you are awakening a beast. Because these people know who we are. That's why they use our people who look like us. They use people who look like us as a buffer class. And that's not to put you down. That's to say you are in our way. We get shit done. We get it done with them. We don't play with these folks, and they know that. But y'all revere them. You don't understand that literally when you step into America, you are stepping into African American culture. Our people are the people behind 70%, if not more, of the inventions that are in a household. That's an African American culture. The only music developed in America that is being propagated and sold and copied is American music. We created jazz. We created rock and roll. We created rap. We created that classical music that you're listening to. They literally have anthropologists who will tell you, irrespective of what they look like, that over 90% of those pictures in the British Museum have been whitewashed. And
she got a call or something.
All facts.
yeah, I did.
All facts, though.
Over here. But these are
All
actual
facts.
straight facts I'm saying. You guys do not understand the history, and we are more. What you are seeing is more so a broken heart, actually, because it is so disheartening to see people who look like us, whose own country is being destabilized by colonizers, believe the liar. You are believing the liar, the global liar. These people globally have committed atrocities across the world, yet you come to this country and you are willing to believe them more so than the people who look like you, who told you that you were aligning yourself with the wrong people. We told you.
You know what? You know what's real sad?
We tell you.
Let her land. She's cooking.
I'm sorry, because y'all, I'm about to get real disrespect.
Go ahead.
I've told you guys that you are aligning yourself with the wrong people. Time and time again.
Most definitely.
Time
but
and
listen.
time again.
All right, you
and
got
here
it.
we are now. Now, if you don't understand, I'm gonna land my plane, because don't try to jump in now when you were all over the place before. I'm gonna go ahead and land my plane though. What we are literally seeing right now. If you do not understand the progression of how we got to this point, I will start with January and I'll land my plane. Literally, this started with Latinos getting deported, and we turned around and told you, hey, your own people voted for someone who told you to your face what he was gonna do. Go deal with your own people. We don't fall back on this one. And the women, the black women especially, we not jumping to the forefront for no one no more. But our people, we gonna tell them.
Don't leave us out. The black man fell back too. The black man fell back too.
No, black men too. We not gonna leave them out. We're not gonna leave the ones who voted correctly out. And we told you we was going to fall back. So first of all, turn around and talk to your Latino Caribbean brethren and ask them why they voted in to have their own people sent back.
All right,
then
sister.
Turn around and I ain't finished. Don't try to interrupt when you was all over the place before, baby.
I didn't have 10 seconds. I didn't
then
even have 10.
once the Latinos started getting deported, they turned around and as usual they went to the blackface. And then our Caribbean brethren and African brethren were in trouble and getting deported. Everybody started asking, where the black folks at? Where the Americans at? Where the Americans? Now you want us to come to battle for you. And we were like, nah, we're not coming out there. We told you who to align yourself with. And once again, you did not listen. And then we told you to stop speaking on us. And you didn't. And it turned into, oh, y'all ain't going to be happy till you got deported. Y'all ain't going to be happy till you get deported.
It's gonna be the same for the Africans.
Right. We started telling you, hey,
It's
y'all
gonna
need
be
to
the
chill
same for the
talking about us.
Africans.
You need to chill
It's
on
gonna
talking
be
about
the
us.
it's African. She telling.
All right, so
Let her
Yeah,
all
we
finish.
right,
said you
so
need to chill on talking about us, bro. Stop talking
okay,
about us because we
all right,
cannot
all
She
be
right.
telling
deported.
y'all right
Ain't
now.
nobody. I
Y'all
don't talk
better
about. I
chill,
don't talk
bro.
about.
Y'all
I
better
don't.
chill, bro.
Man, the sit
Y'all
down. Can
better
you chill?
chill. Nah,
You. All
because
right.
she's being.
Hold on, man. Hold
I
on,
just
brother.
heard
First of
her
all, hold
speak.
on, hold on, brother. I'm glad y'all heard her
Niggas
speak,
over
but
here.
hey, listen, I'm listening, and the people in the audience are rocking with her. I'm rocking with this sister. She's saying some. She's long winded, but she's standing on business. Y'all need to stop cutting her off. I know, man. Listen, y'all have got numerous chances to speak. In this panel, we show grace, especially to our women. Let her finish her speaking. When she's done,
Yeah, I respect that.
then,
Yeah, yeah.
then, then
Okay, okay.
you can
I
come in.
apologize. I apologize for being
I respect that.
long-winded. For real,
Okay.
I
Can
do
I speak now?
apologize for being long-winded, but it gets me upset because to try to be disingenuous and act like you don't know how we got here is
All right,
really
brother.
is really disheartening. So to really be like you don't understand that we got here because we simply said to you, "Hey, chill on talking to us. We can't be deported. You don't know our history, and if they
All
could
right.
have deported us, they would have.
Okay.
They can't deport us because they themselves are the actual immigrants."
Okay.
They are the actual immigrants. These people are European
All
in
right. All right.
descent.
Can
They
I
are
say?
the actual immigrant. And then when you didn't stop with that, you started coming for us on the culture and our educational level. We are literally, truly the only American in its entirety.
Okay. All
And we
right.
were more than willing to accept and fortify with our cousins across the water who looked like us, who we thought was going to stand on business against these European supremacists. And it's disheartening to find that out. In
All right.
fact, when it comes to, and I'm going to say this last point and then I'm going to be done. When it comes to this, I have even known, because I'm originally from Brooklyn, I have known since about 5 years ago when the last Labor Day parade or West Indian Day parade was, the Caribbeans themselves were upset because I think Africans were over it. And all they heard was Afrobeat and had Afrobeat artists. They were trying to figure out where was all the reggae and the Caribbean music. All we want to do is experience each other's culture. But the disrespect, you are never going to find unification and fortification, which we still are very aware that we will need in the future. But you're not going to get it calling us liars, being disrespectful, being disingenuous, and being condescending.
Okay.
And
All right. All right. Thank you. All right. So
All right,
to
hold on, brother. Hold on, brother. Listen, man. She said a lot, man. I just want y'all to soak that in for a minute. Okay. You need to instead of just be rushing to speak. I hope you really heard what the sister was saying, man. She said a lot, and she stood
bro, she
on.
said a lot. Yes, she did.
And brother, she was basically telling you
I heard what she
what did
said,
you hear?
brother.
What did you hear?
I heard. Can I speak?
What did you hear, brother?
Oh, because I haven't even gone at all, and I
Can I
patiently
please
waited,
speak?
I
and I
got
didn't
you.
even say a word,
Host,
player. No,
can
no,
I
I'm
speak?
saying it to the African dude who's been
Yeah,
interrupting the whole entire
yeah.
time.
The
I
whole
did
You know
time.
what
not.
I
I did
mean?
not interrupt. She was talking to
I'm
me.
You did.
I'm
Every five
also
seconds she
African.
was
Can I
saying
get a
something, you
chance?
were like, okay, giving the ad libs to rush the
You
sister. I
go ahead.
sat here and listened
All right.
and
You go ahead.
patiently and
You go
listened
ahead
to
and
you
go. You go
disrespect
before
this
me.
woman, man.
I
You're
never
a bozo.
disrespect. I
No,
never
you a
disrespect a
bozo in
woman.
sandals. I'm just
I
gonna keep
never
it 1,000
disrespect a
with you.
woman, bro. You crazy.
Brother,
You
you've been
tripping.
disrespecting, brother.
No,
When
you
you say
did.
you're
You
trying
did.
to
I never will
listen,
ever
brother.
disrespect a woman. You crazy.
Listen, brother.
Can I get a chance to also
You
as an
tripping.
African?
Hold on. I
Can
gotta
I?
get
You
I
see what
gotta
I'm
get a
saying? There we
second
go.
order. I gotta
I
get a
don't even
second
get a
order.
chance to talk or respond or nothing. Just go ahead.
It's gonna be
If you don't
fine.
need me here, I could. Matter of fact, if you don't
It's
need
gonna
me
be
here, I can
fine.
roll out.
It's gonna be fine, brother. You can roll out anytime, brother. I'm not keeping you, brother. You can roll out anytime, brother. But let me say this. Listen, I want everybody on the panel to speak. I just wanted to. She stood on. I just wanted to recognize this sister stood on business. She said some amazing things. She really broke everything down. So if y'all listen, it was never us that came at anybody. It was always us responding to what was going on. People say they don't need us, but they really do need us. Let's keep it above. Let's keep it.
Okay.
You can't say that we're not needed when you keep asking us for help.
All
Can
right.
I
All right.
respond? Can I
Can I?
respond to that also?
Yeah, can I?
Let me hold on, brother. You've talked enough. Let me let this
I
brother
think
from
what he
Africa.
said was
She just
misunderstood.
spoke to me. She just
Hold on.
spoke to me. Can
I
I
got you,
please
brother,
say
but we're moving on. We're
something to
moving
the
on.
sister,
Let me move to
please?
this African brother right here real quick. Let him to respond to
This
something.
is that's not genuine. That's not genuine.
Who's been very
That's
patient.
disingenuous.
Truth Seeker just got to respond to certain things. We got delineation at the top. Listen, we got other people on the panel, but let me see what this.
Man.
It doesn't matter. Let me see what this
30
brother has to say.
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Let me see what this African brother has to say.
You can time it. 30 seconds.
You don't run this panel, brother. You don't run this panel, brother. Just calm down before I have to drop you. I want to keep you up here.
Okay. Thank you for the chance. I'm African. I'm from Kenya. So
shout out to Kenya.
You can bear with my accent if you don't understand. Sometimes I know.
Are you in Kenya right now?
No, I'm in America. I've been in America for, this is my 4th year. So
okay.
I came here 2021.
Okay, go
ahead. Now, the sister on my left, what she said, I agree with her 100%. And also, any African who is saying that they do not need African Americans, he is lying. First of all, me as an Kenyan living in America, the freedom that I'm enjoying as a black man was fought for by the African Americans. Not me, not any of the African, not anybody from the African continent. It was fought by the African Americans here. The freedom that I enjoy right now. Secondly, it is the Africans who have the problem, honestly, because and I think it is misinformation. See, in Africa, when we are in school, even the story about slavery, it's mentioned. It's not taught. It's mentioned. And what we consume in the media in Africa about African Americans is only the negative part. What we see in the movie, like the African Americans don't care about even their lives. They don't care of anything. They don't care going in jail. They don't care about dying. It's also something that is wrong. It's something that is the image that we've been given, which is not true.
Yeah, that's true.
When I got here, my brother up here, the seat, something like that, he was saying that we were taught. In Africa, we were not taught about African Americans or how we should behave to you guys or something like that. It is the media. And also, when I got here, it is true. I'm not lying. When I got here, it is from the Africans, my fellow Africans, that were telling me not to associate myself with black Americans. Because why? They say because of the notion we were fed in Africa before.
Right.
It's a notion that if I associate myself with an African American, anytime I might end up in jail, something like that, which is not even true.
Exactly.
So what I can say, I think the Africans should keep quiet, and because these people here, the African Americans, there is nobody in the world that will match them.
Okay. All right.
Look at South Africa. Look at South Africa. 80% Africans, 20% Afrikaners, the white man. But it's the white man that is ruling them.
Okay.
So
well said.
Even right now, where we come from, we are not even free. We don't know how to fight for ourselves. We are not even free up to this time.
I think it was.
I got one question.
I think it was misinterpreted.
Where are you from? I hear your accent and everything. Where are you from?
I'm from Kenya.
Kenya. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Hey, brother from Kenya, brother
Is one
from
of the
Kenya.
places that I've been. Kenya is one of the places that I've been and I visit. My wife is Kenyan family.
Most definitely. So,
Okay,
brother
Nice,
from Kenya,
nice.
I've been
it was
to Kenya.
it was a
Gotcha. I
mission
see
to.
you,
Oh
host.
my
And,
God, y'all long with it.
and here's what I can say: a lot of Kenyans,
Yeah,
even
that's
in
crazy.
Nairobi, they get and they understand Black American culture probably
You
more
don't want me to
than
say
other
nothing.
African cultures.
and
Okay,
and also the thing, African Americans, those African Americans, sorry, the Black Americans, let me say that, those that have been here before us, what I can say is that when they say that Africans should go home, people like me,
Right.
they say it because we are the threat now. We are the biggest threat, because when you look at me and look at the African American, if I can't open my mouth to speak, we all look the same, right?
Yes.
So if we cannot unite, then it will be very easy for the African American who has been oppressed in America for a long time to be oppressed again by the African through the white man again.
Yes.
Oh
Understand?
man. Oh
I
man.
agree.
You understand?
Oh man.
So we Africans, we are the biggest threat to African Americans if we do not make this thing right.
Okay.
So I guess my question to you, man, is why doesn't everybody think like you? You have such a good head on your
We
shoulders. You
do.
can
We
see
do.
what's going on. No, but I'm asking him though. Like you can see what's going on. How come there's so many people from
I just can't
Africa and
talk.
West Africa that are against the
It's
acknowledgement
disingenuous
of
to
these
not let a
things?
person
Because
talk. It's disingenuous to not let a
yes.
person talk.
I can you say that again, because you were saying
It's
and someone was also speaking, so I couldn't
Yeah,
hear.
let's let the dude at the top speak because he is
very
speaking and
disingenuous
go
to
ahead.
not
Go
let a
ahead,
person
bro. You
talk.
got it. Bro,
So
you got it.
so
Go ahead. Go ahead.
so basically, what I said was, and I'll repeat it. It will definitely. I'll never disrespect the sister. I know she's hurt, and I know a lot of
brother, we
people is
actually
hurt.
get to the point we're off that. We heard you say that
See what I'm
already.
saying? You see what I'm saying? You let anybody be long winded. You can't even let me get 3 seconds
Oh
in
my
without
God.
you saying that.
Brother, I'm getting tired, brother. I really am getting tired, brother. I promise you. I just want you to get to
It's
the point.
disingenuous, man. You can't even let a person do his.
All right, if you're gonna keep
Okay.
explaining, we're just gonna move on,
Can
brother.
I
Go ahead,
Can
Kyrie.
I go? Can I
can I
go?
ask the Kenya brother a quick
Can I
question?
can I
Okay.
can I say this, right? Can I just say this real quick? Now, all I
Brother, we got to make room for somebody else, brother. If you're gonna keep just coming in, I can't have that. Listen, panel. If you hear me speak, I'm the host. You just pipe it down, okay? I'm trying to get this thing to move on. We've been spending too much time with that brother. Listen, we can't change him. We're not here to change him. If he's not here to get this education, he's definitely not here to teach us anything. If he's not here to get this education, listen, let him be. We have to move on. People be babbling on him. We got to stop the babbling. There's so many people waiting to talk. We got to let other people speak. Now, I let the Kenyan brother speak because, man, the brother had some good information to bring to the table. The brother told the truth. And I'm sorry that I want y'all to understand what he said. He said Africans are the problem. I want you to know that he told you that Africans told him how he should move in America. And then I want you to listen to the first generation African who's never even been to Africa, okay? Tell us that Africa doesn't need us. Tell us, I mean, he also is being informed by his parents, by his surrounding, and he is the problem. The one that sounds like us, who's African, who was the first generation, they are the biggest threat.
While benefiting off our
Host,
blood.
There is a
I agree. Hold on, guys.
Hold on. Let me finish. They're the biggest threat because they sound like us, and they will take a mic and they will say things like, "We don't need reparations. We need to do this. Black women, black men, y'all need to act like this. Your culture is terrible. Your culture, our culture is bad. We need to be more like the Africans. We need to be more like the YT men. They will say that on a microphone, and the world will perceive them as us.
I agree, but I still feel like you didn't. I feel like the host didn't give him a shot though.
Hold on.
I feel like the
I
host
want to
didn't
say
give him a
something to the
shot
host.
though.
Sit down, brother.
Can I say something to the host?
Yes, but I do feel like the host cut him off quick though.
Bro, be quiet
brother,
for a second.
You're about to get dropped too, brother. Stop.
Man, that's crazy. So
I don't mind because I'm not one that play that. So drop me. Drop me. I'm willing to drop. Go ahead, host. Host.
All right, brother. We're gonna get you about
God, bro.
Yeah, what's wrong with
Okay,
these
so
people?
check.
Come on the panel. Say what
My
they
apologies. My apologies, host. I was about to say that's basically what happened to Amanda Seals when she was talking to that tether. You know what I'm saying? And he was from Angola. He was saying, talking about Black American culture like he was part of the culture. Growing up in Connecticut with around predominantly white people, how would he know Black American culture? You know what I'm saying? And this is what.
Wait. Correction. I'm from Connecticut. That man was not from Connecticut. He was from Maine, sir. For the record.
Okay, my bad, bro. My bad. But you know what I'm saying? He was from,
Connecticut.
But the fact was, he was
wait, just for the
predominantly.
record, so you'll know. Wait, brother, because you're talking about the state where I'm from and where I left from. I'm just letting you know we in Hartford,
this ain't a big deal. Okay, it's semantics, bro.
No, it is a big deal when you say those things.
It's semantics. You corrected it. It's corrected. We can move on. But the fact is, he is from Angola and he grew up around YT people. Now, them are the facts. We can argue delineation all we want because I made the mistake and said Connecticut. But that is not a big deal. You corrected it. So why are we arguing over it? I said, my bad. We can move on. Unmute your mic, sir.
What?
Because we were talking directly. You can unmute your mic. You can talk to me.
No, I'm quiet. I'm letting you go on because I've been very patiently on the panel, waiting and hearing all this
but what that have to do
and
with
people
me?
supporting these immigrants and stuff.
Okay,
so
so
I've been
what
very
have-
patiently
so-
waiting,
so
I
do
can
they
have
have
my
to do-
turn, and I'm going to say what I need to say.
Okay, so
Because
what
you're trying to paint is that you're saying that this geographic area of these people, because you think that their proximity to whiteness, that they are white people. Not all Black American people think the same. Not all.
Hold on. I'm talking about a guy from Angola. What are you talking about?
No, but the thing is, you
What are you talking
specifically
about?
said that Connecticut is a white area. That is a fallacy. That's a lie.
There's not no areas
So
in
that's
Connecticut.
why-
Brother,
that's why I was
he corrected that, brother. He
No,
corrected
that's
that.
why I muted. And that's why I muted up and I went quiet.
Okay. It ain't nothing
He
to
want
cry
to
about. I mean,
on the
we
mic
are,
like
hey,
he's
bro.
gonna son somebody about this
Hold on, bro. We are men here,
giving you
and
the respect
it
back.
don't matter where you from. If you have a problem with me, we online. This is we
Obviously,
arguing.
obviously
we
it
arguing
was because
over-
that's
we
why you
arguing
said
over
it in that manner.
semantics.
Obviously, it was because that's why you said it in that tone and
we
that
supposed to be on the same time. Hey, we supposed to be on the same team, bro.
Brother, you are not on the same type of time.
That we corrected.
Let's move on.
This is the
Brother,
host.
if he made a mistake, you can't hold that.
Do y'all know what the code is, man? Do y'all know what the code is, man? Do y'all know what a code is? Do y'all know that y'all need to still be on code?
That's what I'm saying. Why are we arguing?
And that brother was off court when he said he wanted to give a tether a mic. All right. Like we gotta peep. Like I peeped the whole thing. When this man was big enough, he said that I want to give that man. You guys shouldn't have moved down that man. That was the truth seeker that's saying that goofy stuff. So I sat back and I listened.
Not say that goofy stuff. Now, what are you talking about? Hold on, bro. Let's say this, man. If you got an issue with me, inbox me and we can talk directly. I give you my number. We can drop locations. We can talk like man. All of this on the line shit, bro. I don't do this. I'm up there talking because I want to uplift my
panel with that nonsense. That's when I patiently sat here and waited.
First off,
and then you skipped ahead. I
can tell you ignorant, bro. So first thing you need to do is when you talk to me.
Far from ignorant.
Hold on. First thing you need to do is when you talk to me with some respect. Put some bass in your voice because you talking to the wrong guy. You talking to the wrong guy.
Okay,
Bro,
all
I'm
right,
letting you
dude.
know right now.
All
You
right,
talking to
dude.
the wrong
Man,
guy.
you wanted to get this tether
Okay,
to keep
okay. You
continue
online
talking on the
talking
pen.
hard, but you
You
not
said
hard, bro.
that you wanted to have
Okay,
this
okay.
tether
You
to
from
keep
Connecticut?
talking.
Take a flight and shut up. If you're not gonna do that, then shut up.
Homie.
Then, if you're not gonna do that, then shut up.
Fellas, y'all,
No,
it's
you
getting
honestly
too
need to
hot,
shut your
fellas.
mouth.
It's getting too hot. It's
No,
getting way too hot.
Hey, I'm gonna
Because
drop,
I've been
man. I'm
Understand,
not
patient.
Truth
gonna.
Seeker, I
I'm
hear
not
This
what
gonna.
dude
you.
skipping
I'm
the
not gonna
line.
disrupt your
Hold
live,
on,
bro.
this dude
You
skipping
have
the
a blessed
line and
day.
all this other
You
goofy
can
stuff.
you can inbox me. You can inbox me, sir.
Stay up here, sir. Hold on, hold on.
Skip the line and
Listen.
all this other goofy stuff.
Hold
Picking
on.
up tethers and all this weirdo
host.
stuff.
This is the host, man. This is the host. Okay. When you hear me talk, just show some respect. Listen. I show grace, man. I show grace and mercy, especially to our people. Okay. So don't disrespect me. Don't try to run my live. Don't try to say who can speak next or none of that stuff. Just wait your turn. I apologize, but you've been up here a long time. CAA's been up here a long time. There's people. There's still people who haven't. We spent too long with the first guy, and he didn't say nothing. So forgive me, but listen, I don't mind men going back and forth and y'all working it out. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Y'all men, I don't want to get in between that. Men, work it out. Yeah, but here's what you gotta understand. That's your brother. At the end of the day, when you in trouble, who you gonna call? If you and him are the only person in the room and 20 white tea supremacists are coming at your neck, you gonna depend on each other.
Yep.
You ain't gonna be sitting here bickering back and forth what y'all trying to do now. He made a mistake, and if he said something that he made a mistake, extend some grace and some mercy. Stop being too hard on your own people. Reserve that energy for the real enemy. It doesn't make sense to sit here and make a commotion over nothing, something small. Extend the grace. If our women say something with their chest and they put a little bit too much tone on it, have some grace, have some mercy. Understand she's a woman and she's emotional, and it's going to be okay at the end of the day. If a man says something too strong with his tone and you happen to be a woman, humble yourself, show some mercy, show some grace. Men, humble yourself, show some mercy, show some grace. These are your brothers. These are your sisters. This is the matriarch. This is the patriarch. We're one. We're not against each other. We're not against, men are not against men. Women are not. Listen, we got to learn that we are all we got. And if y'all want to argue and exchange number in the background and do y'all thing, I mean, that happens. That's part of life. But don't unalive your brother over something nonsense.
I'm not gonna unalive him. I'm just saying, if he want to talk to me, sir, he can talk to me offline and stuff.
I feel it, man. No, I feel it. Men are going to be men. There's always going to be a level of threat when it comes to men talking. That's why men know that they should show respect first. Because the moment you get disrespectful, it can go all bad. You don't know who's really going to stand all the way on business and for what. You don't know what's going to push one man over the line versus another man. You don't know what. You don't know. You think it could be small and it could be a big thing to somebody. And somebody's life could be unalived and ended for something small. But that's your brother. That's all I'm trying to get you to see. That's your brother. Who is gonna be back to back when you're up against the wall? Who's gonna fight with you? It's your brother. You know the tethers aren't gonna help. And we know all our people are not, all Africans and all Caribbeans are not tethers. Some of them are going to be helping us too.
Yes.
We know that. So all I'm saying is, especially to foundational Black Americans, show grace, have some mercy. Don't be so quick to just jump on each other. It doesn't make sense. At the end of the day, we all we got. Respect the host. Let's continue the panel. Let me go to Kyle real quick. We're going to come back up to you, sir, Delineation, and then we're going to go down to Earthman, and then we got our sister, our wonderful sister Ishmael, and one of our moderators' cousin. Okay? Go ahead, Kyle. How do you say your name?
Thank you. Thank you for having me. This has been very interesting. I have learned a lot.
How do you say your name? How do you say your name?
Oh, I'm Carla.
Carla, okay.
Those are just my initials. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
I learned a lot from 𝗣𝗲𝗿𝗺, and of course learned a lot from, and also I agree with the Kenyan. I'm from Jamaica. I'm a Jamaican immigrant. I've been here a long time, since 1980. So I have kids and grandkids here. So, but what America is hugely influential all over the world. As a matter of fact, I think it's probably the top, other than Britain back in the day. America is hugely influential in my lifetime. When we learned about America, like the Kenyan said, they didn't touch. I didn't know anything about African Americans or Black Americans. I don't know when that name changed, but we didn't know. We just knew Americans. So we didn't know the difference between a white American and African American. And this, we barely learned about the slave trade. So when we're coming from a country where our leaders, and all our leaders, okay, some are white, some are Black, some are mixed. They're all they represent the country. Do you understand what I'm saying? They represent the country. So when we emigrate to the U.S., we come with a completely different mindset. Of not feeling oppressed, okay? And we come here for one thing, is to get a better or more advanced education and for better opportunities. Now, when I landed here, immediately my first friends who introduced themselves to me were African American, okay? And I gravitated towards them my whole life. But I also had a great mixture of friends. However, learning about the plight of the African American in America, it is our duty as immigrants, because America sees me as Black. So I saw it as my duty to learn about everything I needed to learn about African American. Okay? So I could understand it, so I could talk about it, and not necessarily, because I got the same trash talking from whitey people that everybody else got. They called my son the N-word in school. I had to explain to him what that meant for the first time. I remember I got told to go back to my country by a whitey person, and that's after being here for like 30 years, And so it's even though you're a Black immigrant, you go through a fraction. Let me just say a fraction of what African Americans experience.
Let me
Yes.
jump in real quick. Let me ask you a question so we can speed it up a little bit.
Yes.
Okay. What do you think the solution is? And let me just correct this, because we all have to suffer through this a lot. When you call, we do not. There are some people who still aspire to be African American, but that was a classification that we did not choose for ourselves.
Right.
That was put on us. So if you say Black American or foundational Black American, we would appreciate that moving forward. That will be much more appreciated.
Okay.
Black Americans. Okay. And then
say Black Americans.
Right, Black Americans.
Okay.
First of all, and then what do you think the solution is for immigrants coming into this country who share our melanated skin, and how they can be re-educated even before they come here, and get and learn about the country and the people that are in the country that they're coming to, so they can be more of an ally and not put themselves up against us to be a tether and a hindrance to our progress.
Yes. The problem is the education is not there. What they're learning from is social media, and what's being put out there about Black Americans is not. It's mostly negative. Okay, you see it in the movies, you see it in the news, you see it in. They're always showing riots. They're always showing drugs. They're always showing that is what they're seeing. The rest of the world is seeing. Okay, so there needs to be some kind of official I don't know, educational tape for immigrants that you all need to look at before you come in? Because when we come here, there is nobody telling us what's what. We're literally learning as we go.
Okay, here's the thing. I get it, but we don't have no special tape that we watch before we go to Africa. You know what I'm saying? We understand when we go to Africa, show respect in someone else's country. You see what I'm saying? We don't have no special tape that tells us, hey, when we get to Africa, let's try to get into their politics and let's try to dominate and take over their culture, and we don't do that. So if we have the sense enough to know that, why doesn't they have the sense? Why? I
think for the most part,
terrible things. I mean, they show us some things over here about Africa and about the Caribbean, right? But yet we still go there and we still visit, and we don't bring that nonsense of mindset thinking with us. We go there expecting to experience something new and to experience the people and learn.
Right.
So why is it that people from the Caribbean and from Africa, when they come here, they don't understand that small detail is, hey man, you get along to go along, you figure out you do some research on the people that you're going to be around.
Yes.
Right?
I'm going to tell you.
Excuse me, pull up BX, brother.
I'm going to tell you based on what I've noticed with all immigrants, Asian, Indians and the Southeast Asians. I'm going to tell you what I notice about everyone. Okay. When we come here, we see the way you guys are treated. Okay. And it's not nice. And I think the problem is some of the immigrants don't want to be associated with that because they don't want to be treated like that. So they try to separate themselves from Black Americans. And it's almost like they want you guys at the bottom of the ladder so they can be closer to whiteness. Do you understand? I don't
realize that's the problem, though, right?
I don't. Yes, but
right. Okay.
But it's not.
I
kind of want to. The majority. Let me finish. The majority of the immigrants are not like that. But enough.
Pause right there. Pause. Yeah. Because I want to ask. Because you said something like you face a fraction of what Black Americans go through, right? So I'm specifically going to speak on New York, right? BX stands for Bronx. So in New York, when y'all were able to migrate here in record numbers, right? Y'all learned a tactic. Y'all brought with y'all a tactic that y'all learned from the Caribbean. This isn't speaking specifically to Jamaica, but they're involved. So those who migrated from the Caribbean, at a time that we were locked out of home ownership, y'all weren't, right? And the tactic y'all learned was learning how to get to the whitey people to sort of show you favoritism. But when you were able to lend a hand back, you really didn't. Like when I say you, I mean the Caribbean. What the Caribbean did was they sold to their own, so that it caused a disparity between the Afro-Caribbean home ownership to ours today. Some argue that disparity does not exist, but it still does. And that's the next portion of writing that I'm working on. So I've been researching how the Caribbean hasn't really stood in alliance with us. Do I think all Caribbeans are bad? No. But when you say things like, I face what you face. We go through the same things because white people don't think that we're the same and stuff. I gotta say, that's not necessarily true. So when we're talking to the Black Afro-descendant immigrants, because in this land, y'all not Black, y'all are Afro-Caribbean, y'all are Nigerian American, stuff like that. We are the Black people here. That's our race and our ethnic group. So here's the thing. We look at the government. And so y'all get into these positions of power, and I'm going to say her name, Yvette Clarke. She's like on 4 congressional caucuses. And on Independence Day, she gives a shout out to Jamaica, dressed in a whole attire of the Jamaican flag, and says Brooklyn is the 9th parish of Jamaica or something. It's the things that y'all do when y'all come here that puts us on the defense of you guys.
That is wrong. You're going to have some people who do some things that make us all look bad. But you have to, like the host said, you cannot let one person. And if you see that kind of behavior, that is the time when Black Americans should correct it. Step in and correct it, because we have to realize we are in this country and we are getting things because of the fight that you went through. It is because of Black Americans.
Okay, but didn't I say you may not be doing it? Didn't I say you may not be doing it? So,
Yeah.
And I did say there are beautiful. So here's my issue, because I'm where you at with it. Like, what's the solution? So you said Black Americans have to step in and correct it, but what are you going to do to assist?
Well, you're going to have people like me.
Hold on, Carla.
Oh, sorry. Mhm.
Let me say this. Listen, it's not for us to really correct it anymore. Yeah, we're going to say something if we're right there in front of them. We're going to say, "Hey, man, that's
Right.
not good." But
Exactly.
it's more so on the onus is more on the Caribbean or the African to correct their brother and sister while they're here. And you heard the Kenyan brother. He said other Africans told him that we were the problem. See, instead it's on y'all to say no. Black Americans are not the problem. They're the solutions to the problem. And you need to tread lightly, and you need to respect Black Americans. You need to watch what you say. This is not your culture. This is their culture. This is not your country. This is their country. We are a guest in their country. Instead of saying it's not the white man's country, we are actually foundational Black, and I say this all the time, foundational Black Americans. We are actually the majority ethnically in this country. We are the swing vote. We actually dictate who's gonna be president, because if we don't vote, we know how it's gonna go. 50 over here, 50 over here, and then they're waiting on that swing vote to tell you who.
Yeah, I know, but
what?
That's a whole other. The demographics are a whole other.
The United States is not taught enough. It's not spoken about, but it's true. We're actually the majority in this country, but they want to use constructs like white and Black to separate us. And when they do that, yeah, they include the Italians, they include the Poland, they include a bunch of Latinos, and they all team up. And you mentioned it yourself. They all team up when it comes to Black Americans. When they get an opportunity to practice anti-Black hate, that's exactly what.
But don't you think? Don't you think though that this is strategic? What they're doing is separating.
It's the
Black
divide and conquer
immigrants.
tactic, sister.
Yes, they're separating Black. They're putting this thing in between the Black immigrants and Black Americans, and they're trying to divide us because they know together.
Can I say it's not
One moment.
they are not trying to. I think
Can
the
I
point
say-
that they're trying to
can I
make
say
is
something?
that-
One minute.
Too many
y'all.
voices,
Let me say
people.
this. Let me say this. 1 minute.
Okay.
1 minute. Let me say this. We understand who the true enemy is. We understand who created all the isms. I just gave you an action of the Afro-descended Caribbeans and what they do to align with whiteism. So we understand the government puts into systems that could potentially divide us, but y'all have dropped the ball because you feed into that and lock us out of things. I showed you how they manipulate the government and how they manipulate certain markets, such as the housing market, and that's a tactic y'all learned from the islands.
I
The
don't know.
resources are out there. Well, hold on. So you don't know about it, right?
I don't.
know
That's not
about
something
it.
we learned from the
1 minute. I
islands.
didn't land. I'm doing a whole article on it. I have 2 degrees in journalism. My focus is Black American history and the racial complexities and how it affects my community today.
Okay.
So now, since the Afro-descended immigrants have come out and we see they are not in alliance with us, I've been researching certain aspects. It's a tactic that y'all learned from the islands, ma'am. Now, maybe not you, because maybe that's not your field, but the act of coming here and getting the white tea people to sell to them when we couldn't buy those homes, when you had the chance to sell those homes, why not sell them to a Black American? Y'all didn't. Y'all only sold to your own. Y'all practiced a form of group economics. That's what we call it. When you do business with only your own group, right? Therefore, you give yourself a potential wealth that we are not able to ascertain because systemically we were oppressed. And then y'all came in and was their helpmates because you only sold to your own. That's what I'm saying.
But you have to look at all the groups that come here. The Jews did it. The Asians do it.
There we go.
The Mexicans do it.
Stop it.
Okay, I'm telling you, I can see.
Stop it. No, what I'm telling you is I've been boycotting. Let me tell you this. I've been boycotting the Asians since 2016, ma'am. This ain't my first rodeo. My first rodeo, besides having to fight y'all in my community because y'all was doing too much, right, is now I got to look at my government. I'm addressing you. We know who the enemies are. We know who's doing what. Did you miss the whole hip-hop conversation when we were going to bat against the Latinos? And I got Latinos in my family, but I got to go to bat against them because I'm a Black American. So you can't say, I see the Mexicans, I see the Asians, I see this person. We know. And you conveniently miss when we're addressing them, right? But because it affects you now you want to speak up and bring them into it. Don't throw them under the bus because they were already under there. We just rolled them over. Now we're addressing you.
Yo, she gave us the old, hey, everyone else is doing it, so why can't we talk? Like that was supposed to hit.
No,
and I just
don't
think
say
that's
that.
hilarious.
I'm not saying it's not okay for us to do that.
Why are you interrupting me?
No, you're not going to say,
but why are you
intend to
interrupting
do
me?
that.
Why are you interrupting
I
me, ma'am?
did not.
Right, she was talking to me.
I don't think it's okay to do that. So don't spread it that it's okay to do that.
Okay. Can you mute up? Can you mute up for a minute, Carla? Finish your statement, Ish.
It's all right. Hit dogs holler. I get it. But what I'm saying is that this is the repetition of it. Because let's just be honest. Brother Too Much makes a great point, and it's a point that we always make. We don't listen to the narratives that YT people put out about y'all, right? We do the research for ourselves. The reason why we don't is because we understand that they lie about practically everything, right? So they have to be lying about y'all. So when I've been listening to this conversation, and I've heard at least two of you get on this panel and say, well, we saw this on TV about you, and they told us this about you. And in my mind the whole time, I'm just like, and you believe them? Like, you know that they're lying about your history, but you think your history is the only history they're lying about? Like, it's so weird to me how you're not on autopilot in the sense that you automatically assume that what they show you is probably not as close to the truth as they try to portray it to be. So when you said, please go on mute, because I'm still talking and I have not interrupted you once.
Okay, I won't interrupt.
I have not interrupted you once. You're interrupting me right now. Go on mute. So when people say out of their mouths, well, the Asians are doing it and the Hispanics and Latinos are doing it and the white tea people are doing it, it's like, we know that already. You know that already. We all know that. But we're not going to sit here and act like you guys don't have transgressions. We're not going to sit here and act like some of you are the children of slave traders. We're not going to sit here and act like some of you haven't been super xenophobic. We're not going to sit here and act like some of you have infiltrated reparations task force and movements and political positions, and that you've been very disrespectful to Black Americans for no reason who fought for you to be here and are the only reason why you get to be here. So it's weird that we have to be on autopilot. You guys can't be on autopilot. Because listen, let me tell you, when YT people are on Twitter talking their shit, talking about Africans didn't know math and didn't have buildings and didn't have castles, I'd be like, you're full of shit. Like, I'm not particularly fond of the Africans, but we're not just going to lie on these people like they didn't have written languages and hieroglyphs and all types of shit. White people lie about all types of everything because their entire existence, they have paved a path of destruction, theft, and unaliving for pretty much every group they've come into contact with. Y'all are no different. However, there is a distinction there where you see periods of time where you have folks who have collaborated with these efforts. And so it starts there. And then it continues into what the modern perpetuations are with what I mentioned, the infiltration of the reparations movement, the ethnic slurs, talking about using our children for money rituals, laughing and calling our children ethnic slurs, all types of things that you guys have been doing that have been absolutely ridiculous. So telling us that it's the Asians, the Hispanics, the Latinos, and the YT people is really just a deflection because you don't want to own your shit. And I'm not speaking to any particular person in here. I'm just saying that as a general statement because we know how to be on code and check a white person when they're talking shit about Africa. Y'all should be on code. You should automatically know to be on code and check a YT person when they're talking shit about a Black American, but you don't. And that's a problem.
That's a big problem right there. She just mentioned off-code behavior. See, when y'all came over here, we didn't have a problem patroning your businesses. We didn't have a problem with that because we look at everybody like one big bull, one big Negro. The problem is y'all don't look at us like that. Y'all practice the same group economics that we know our enemy practice. We should have been practicing group economics with each other. Now it's to the point where when we say Black-owned business, you know who pops up on Black-owned business? Africans, Caribbeans, everybody but us. We're at the bottom. We find, oh man, FBAs, you gotta scroll down to the bottom of the list to find an FBA-owned business. But when they say Black-owned businesses, the first people that pop up is y'all. So y'all benefit off of Black-owned businesses. And it doesn't benefit us. That's the problem.
I definitely...
Y'all were supposed to come over here and get on code with us, and we were supposed to be giving it to these YT supremacists and other groups who lock us out. But we come to find out that y'all are hanging around that water cooler a little bit too long, and kikiing with the oppressor. They'll say the N-word, and you won't even think they're talking about you. You know they're talking about us, and you don't stand on business. You don't correct them. You just allow it to happen. So that's more than part of the problem. That is the problem. That's the reason why the delineation is strong and it's real right now. Let me just go to my brother delineation because he's been waiting. Let me go to my brother delineation because he's been waiting. And then I want to go back to BX and Earth and Ishmael and then Cousin as well. And then also we got to segue back into the Kenyan brother. Go ahead, delineation.
Thank you. I'm gonna say thank you for allowing me to speak. Sorry to turn the table, but I get annoyed when we give grace to these people who will never give grace to us, right? At the same time, we downplay our experiences here in America. That was the reason why I was kind of on edge. Like, you don't need to disrespect other people from a different region because you might not be familiar with that region, right? And if you're not familiar with those regions, like, don't speak on it as a Black American because you're disrespecting another brother from your community. Right. And some people really
made a mistake.
I'm just saying apologizing. I'm explaining the situation. So now my thing is, I don't like them when they talk about this propaganda and this programming and stuff, right? There's over 40 billion of you guys in Africa or whatever. You got billions of you guys over there where you guys can build your own institutions and other things, whatever. They're in the billions, right? And they got a younger population where they can build these things. They choose not to, right? Because they're at each other's throats. But they get themselves on code when they come over here to the United States to solely disrespect Negro Black American folks. Like, stop the shenanigans. The other thing is that I get upset with this whole programming thing is some of these people, like what Sister Ish, what I wanted to go into, are descendants of slave traders, collaborators, people who are against their establishment. That's why they're afraid to go back home, right? Because they're going to have to face that music. That's the reason why they're afraid to go back home. So the nerve of them to say that, oh, we were told by the dominant society and we believed them. Why you believe in the dominant society in the first place is the question. Why are y'all even entertaining them in the first place when they treated your people like less than to begin with in your homeland when you guys are the majority? These guys are the majority. So no, I don't buy into any of that because we're the minority, literally smaller in numbers, and we don't buy into any of the nonsense that they sell it. So it's a personal choice that they choose to cooperate and collaborate. We need to give them that scarlet letter called collaborator and put it right on their forehead. For real, for real. because we got to stop playing games with these type of individuals. They showing up to this country saying that we don't need to practice Black history, all this other goofy stuff. And Coffee or whatever your name is, mute up, man. You're annoying me, man. You just came up and unmute and ready to hop on. And this is the problem with these people from the diaspora. They lack respect, they lack integrity, and they lack character. But yet still, this man was sitting here with a whole Muhammad Ali thing on his profile. And he's sitting here disrespecting Black American and Negro American and FBAs, etc. Right? With our icons. He don't got any of his icons on his profile. This is what I'm talking about. Like, these guys is trolling and playing games with us. Like, we need to really, I want us to really block these guys out completely from whatever we doing. Because they've been blocking us out since they came here on this planet and came on this side of the tracks. Called North America and the United States. That's what they have been doing. Blocking us out. And yo, man, God, Jesus.
All right, Coffee, I'm going to come off the mic, and you're in a loud place. Got to move to a quiet place. Let the brother land his plane. We don't want any distraction. Go ahead.
Yeah, they blocking us out of education, right? Education pizzas on us. Like, I'm in these grad schools. I'm in all these type of situations, and I see them. There's only a few of us that be calling this nonsense out, because the majority of them are tethers that are blocking us out, and they're blocking us out on every level. So no, they're willing participants in the demise of our people, and we need to treat them like the enemies that they are. That's the point that I'm kind of coming from. They're not our friends. They will never be our friends, and that's okay. Now come get this work, because the only thing that John Henry Clark said is the only thing that we owe them is a butt whooping. For real. And it's been way overdue. Way overdue.
All right, brother. That's I can't disagree with what he just said right there. You know, Muhammad Ali said it best. You got 1,000 snakes trying to come at you, and you got 10, 100 trying to save you. We still don't keep that door open, family. We gotta close it, and that's something that we got to come to terms with as a family. I mean, the delineation is what it is. It's not that we're trying to disrespect anybody. We've never been trying to do that, but we got to protect ourselves at all costs. So I hear what the brother is saying, and duly noted. Let me go back up to BX, and then we're gonna go to Earthman, and then we'll go to Ishmael, and then we'll go to Kevin.
Right. Can y'all hear me good? Because my mic be acting up.
Let's try to keep it concise. I just want to move. I want to move through.
Can you tell me? I'm gonna take it back to the prompt. What does your prompt exactly mean? I see I have a dream 2.0.
I have a dream 2.0 is about us being sovereign. It's about restoring the matriarchy and the patriarchy. It's about protecting the innocence of our children, not having to grow up with this fiat debt, and moving on into the blockchain to true sovereignty. I have a dream too. It was only 5 people here when I was giving my speech, but I thought it was powerful. But I understand that, people come in. I start early, but I have a dream 2.0 is just about us getting the full dream. See, Martin Luther King's dream, and not that, that's our ancestor, but his dream was about integrating with YT people and kumbaya with everybody. The I Have a Dream 2.0 is strictly us getting what we're owed, getting what we're due, us having complete sovereignty over our where we are today and where we're going in the future. It's not being bound by no fiat currency that's crippling us. It's not being in a unjust system that's a ripoff that's scamming us. It's us creating our own system and thriving in it and locking everybody else out. Now, eventually, one day, that system will be available for everybody. But we have to create that system for us first. We have to get out of this scamming system and come into a new system. And we have to build it. It's not saying that it's here. No, we have to build it so that our kids, that's the dream. Our kids are the dream. The dream is for our children so they don't have to grow up like we grew up. There you go.
I love that dream, right? And it's also important to note, Martin, didn't he talk about cutting a check? Or when they marched on Washington, they were coming for their check. So even Martin Luther King's dream incorporated the check, right? But reparations isn't only a check, which goes to bring, I could bring the immigrants into this. We are trying to repair ourselves, but because we overextended ourselves, the voting rights that we fought for, the right to have positions in the government, we extended to the Afro-descendant immigrants, right? And so they get in there and they vote no to what would repair our community. It's also important to note we have only about 17%, which is 17 too much, in impoverished areas, right? The rest of our people live in either middle or upper class, but nobody focuses on them. But Black Americans aren't the type to leave people behind. We're just not. And that's why everybody that come to this land look for us. There's even things going around too much. If you're lost, they're telling their children this. If you're lost, find a Black person, a black woman or a Black man. They're going to help you. So I say all that to say this: the dream, we can have the dream, but we got to cut our grass. And so we have people in Georgia, Jamaicans, who have interrupted reparations hearings, her and her daughter. We have Brian Donalds, who's Jamaican and Panamanian, speaking out, saying he won't support reparations. Right?
Yeah.
And then we have in New York, the Caribbean, because the Brits told them no to direct cash payments, decided to come to New York and bring up the intra-America slave trade, right? But what I didn't hear was them personalize the harm that was done to them due to certain systems, right? So, but I have that harm because my family are victims of Dutch enslavers. We are. So I have a 5th grade grandmother who was enslaved by the Dutch, but the Caribbean feels so emboldened to get themselves deeply embedded into our politics and vote no for stuff like what we're asking to repair, specifically us. But because their lineage is Caribbean, they have all types of Caribbean chambers of commerce, caucuses, scholarships, this and that, and they turn around and tell us we lazy, we don't want to work, XYZ, right? This is things that the Afro-descendant immigrants are doing to us. So my dream, in alliance with Dr. Martin Luther King's dream, is for us to have our just due. We are claiming our autonomy. We are not the same, and one flat blackness no longer works for us. So when you say, don't be divisive. The white team man, he's just doing this and that and this to keep us divided. It's their actions that they don't want to address that has caused a further divide. But Black Americans, until today, has overextended ourselves. But today, the buck is stopping because now we're delineating. That's the socially correct name to put it. But we have to disaggregate the numbers. That's how it's going to help us politically. And I learned that from the U.S. Freedmen Project, right? So we're just asking for our own autonomy, for y'all to understand that although y'all are melanated, y'all are not melanated or oppressed like us in this land, that we are the indigenous Black people here, and the harms that have been done to us still have to be corrected. And we can't have that if y'all are going around talking about, well, we're African Americans too, we're Blacker, when we do this, and we get the same thing. You don't get the same treatment because y'all have things specifically to y'all that me and my children can't go for. But everything that's supposed to be allocated to me, everybody could go for it, right? Also, I got to say this. All these representatives and all these people that have an opinion on our reparations hasn't said one bad word against CARICOM. The one who has 15 islands that they represent and associate members, right? And because the Brits said no to them, the Jamaican Prime Minister who sits on the board of CARICOM has given himself permission to go after reparations for himself. It's always a Jamaican. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that y'all really need to do the research. So some of the things we're saying, because the resources are out there, and it's not too far from common sense to look at the government and see who's voting no to things for us and not speaking against CARICOM. So we're asking for fairness, and we're asking that if you want to be in alliance with us, then you got to tell us what you're bringing to the table. Because right now, I need Yvette Clarke out of office, off them congressional boards, and who's going to vote against their own people? Because she's Jamaican, but she's representing Jamaica and Haiti specifically, but all of the Caribbean. And she's securing wins for them and nothing for foundational Black Americans at this time. That needs to change.
That definitely needs to change. Listen, let's go to Earthman, but I'm asking everybody to keep it to 2 minutes because I want to get to everybody on the panel. I don't have a lot of time. You know, I got things I got to do today, but I want everybody to get a chance to speak. I want us to have a great conversation. Again, I Have a Dream 2.0 is just about us becoming a sovereign people in control of our own destiny. Nobody's thumb on us. Us having our own flourishing economy, building our own future, and making sure our kids get a true inheritance. The children receive a true inheritance, an inheritance that's not, that they don't have to play catch up to, that they're not always in debt, where they can go and get a loan if they need to, where they can go and build a home and start a family without having the dominant society or any other group on their neck. That's what the I Have a Dream 2.0 is about. Go ahead, Earthman.
Thank you, host, for having me. Earthman, second generation. I'm African. I never considered myself ever Black American or African American. I grew up on the continent, so just cut the chase off quick. I agree with the Kenyan brother. There are a lot of things he said. It makes sense. I appreciate this panel, even though I don't agree with everything that's been said on this panel. I will always pass through, give my heart me, because you got a platform that is steady. You know, you have some message we can all learn from. Now we come to the African, continental Africans, right? We have a big responsibility when it comes to African or FBAs, whatever term is used for blacks in the Americas. They are behind enemy lines. They look like you. They are like you. They're not you, but they experience everything you experience. Slavery was physical. Colonization was psychological. This is the disconnect. When African comes here, I don't agree that African comes here and be like, oh, don't associate. I grew up on the East Coast. I have brothers who I grew up with. I went to school on the continent. I went to college in the U.S. I got friends and brothers who I grew up with from the East Coast who are in Ghana today, who are African Americans, with descendants to ancestry to the slave trade, who are in Ghana today, surviving tremendously, like not even looking back or coming back here to pay taxes or whatever, right? I got groups like that. And I got groups who also don't know what it means to be a continental African or an African American. And I have African refugees. I wanted to ask the Kenyan brother, but I don't want to make this too long, because Africans that come here, mostly from West Africa, did not come here on what we call it H1B1 visa, like the Indians. Yeah, the Indians, the Chinese come here with, right? Most Africans from West Africa come here as a refugees. That's most of them.
That's the lie and the scam. That's you're
right.
Thank you.
Thank you, host. So when they get here, yes, I did volunteer. I volunteered with the AmeriCorps for about 5 years when I was in college in the U.S. Right. So they got this refugee resettlement program where they actually tell refugees that come from West Africa that one of the most, and they're talking to kids who went through civil conflicts, right? I mean civil wars, who know about arms, and that was taboo.
Up a little bit, brother. Let's speed this up a little bit.
Yeah. But then again, African Americans are no different in the society you operating as immigrant from Africa. You have no excuse to de-alienate yourself from African Americans. I don't care whatever system we went through. They experience the system and they can teach you or guide you through the system. That's a fact. I'm going to stop there. I have some questions, but I don't want to hold this conversation.
We just got to move it along a little bit quicker, so I appreciate it. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, man, we don't, when y'all come over here, follow your Black American brother or cousin, because we know how things operate. If you practice group economics against us, y'all see what's happening right now, the boycotts in full effect. Y'all might not feel it today, but we can boycott a whole year Okay, we can really when we really fed up, we can get on code and we can do this thing all day long and bleed y'all out for lack of better words. So it's better that y'all, yeah, some people talking about boycotting for life. Listen, it's better if y'all get on code now because the delineation is strong right now, but there's still some people who are on the fence. It's better y'all just get on code. It's better y'all just get on code, and then we can maybe possibly work this thing out. But until then, the delineation is strong. The boycott is here. We're not doing this because we hate anybody. We're doing it only because of it's self-preservation. We're not gonna arrest us. So we're here. Let me go up to Ishmael. Cousin, do you mind if I let 100 Willow go after Ishmael?
No, go ahead. You know, if I think it's important, I'll input. You know, I'm patient.
Thank you, brother.
I can yield actually. Yeah, I can yield my turn. I'm good for now.
Okay. Go ahead, 100 Willow, and then we'll go down to a big Zod. 100 Willow, go ahead.
I really appreciate this live. It's good to come and see people not really, argue so much, but just to just state what they need. And what we do need is we need to delineate. We have to. Like you said, it's self-preservation. We can't just keep giving and giving and giving, because we never get anything back. We have never gotten anything back, even remotely equal, from any group we've helped. And it's sad, and I'm just over it right now. My heart goes out to anybody that's struggling, but right now we cannot help everybody. We want to. I mean, there's a lot of things I've been through. I went down to Soul City a couple weekends ago, and it's a beautiful plot of land, and it's so sad what the government did to that. So to have people come in and say, "Oh, you're lazy, you don't have this, and you never did this, and you're baby mamas," all that stuff is something that they always thought. I don't buy that. Oh, you get here and they give you a movie and you watch it, because everybody seen stuff online about or on TV about Africa that was negative. But we had enough common sense to know what was true and what wasn't true, what was a stereotype and what wasn't. So I don't buy into that we didn't know any better. I think it's just that it's an excuse to mistreat people. But that's about it for me.
Okay. Big Zod, what's up, brother? I see you over there eating, man. What's up, brother? Big Zod, you there? You there, brother?
Hey, my bad, bro. What's going on?
What's going on with you, man?
I ain't trying to talk with no food in my mouth. How you feeling, man? Hey, all that black and brown. I've been going around. They've been saying black and brown come together. I'm like, what? I'm like, we gotta we gonna come together first. Then we'll worry about you brown people later. You know what I mean? Like, y'all gotta stop doing that, man. Like, everybody got the same skin color as us. Doesn't mean we the same, man. Doesn't mean our people went through the same struggle. Y'all slavery was different from our slavery. We had a bunch. We had a bunch of inventors. We had a bunch of inventors. Like, we are not the same, bro. We are innovators. We are trendsetters. We are different. I mean, I know y'all want to be part of it.
Go ahead and take over the live, brother. Can you run the live? I gotta do something real quick.
But I'm just here for, FBA, man. That's it, man. FBA stand up. That's all.
Thank you. Matter of fact, let me do this. Let me, BX, you're also
appreciate that, yeah.
Let me do this real quick. Let me ask a question real quick, and I want to open this up for everybody. Okay, I want y'all to think about this. How do we teach our children code in a world that rewards chaos and confusion? That's the question. How do we teach our children the code in a world that rewards chaos and confusion? That's the question I want everybody on the panel to answer. And in the comments, if you want to answer the comments, do that too.
I would start it with honor, integrity, and character are supposed to be learned, taught, learned and taught in the home before you get to kindergarten, before you get to preschool. You're supposed to know how to handle yourself. You're supposed to know and keep your head on a swivel. I'm a little bit older than some of the cats here, but this is what I got. There were Black history books in my home before I left to go and get educated by the public school system. The books that I had at home, the information that I got, I received none of that from the public education system. That starts at home. This is how you do it. Do we have too many of our brothers and sisters who are lost in the sauce right now? Yes. Yes, we do. Can they be pulled back into the fold? That's what we are trying to do now. Trying to get them back in the fold is getting them to understand what the code is. We have to let everyone know that we come across that we are not the same, but there is no animosity towards any other group. Self-love that we are espousing for ourselves is no hatred. And if it's being portrayed as some sort of divisiveness, it is not by us. Just because we put a line in the sand and said we're not moving anymore, we're not going to keep this two-way street open that's only been operating as a one-way street, fine. We're only going to operate now as a one-way street. If you all, or whomever it may be, whichever subsect of society is not working with us, then we are not working with you. If you have a position of power and authority and you come to a foundational Black American and start talking about these issues that do not economically impact us in a positive way, I got nothing for you. And most of FBA is saying that now. There's no hatred, but I'm not going to help you. This is why you saw the Latino brothers when this immigration thing started. Where y'all at? Don't affect us. How come y'all not helping us? Because y'all never helped us. Show me the actions of these subsects of society, particularly American society, that have come and said, we stand with you Black folks. We stand with FBA and what they're saying. The other thing I want to also try and inject in here is that too many of our immigrant brothers and sisters have decided that even though they themselves personally have not spoken against FBA, they are still coming to the defense of their sellouts against FBA. They haven't said anything, but the sellout has. But when we try and call out the sellout, they tell us that we're wrong. They're coming to the defense of them because they're coming to the defense of the continent. They're defending that one person where we're trying to tell them this one person is out of order. Stop coming to their aid. Stop coming to the defense of those who are working against FBA. And that is any community, any subset. If you're working against us, we are definitely not going to be working with you. We're not going to put any energy behind anything that you have.
Hey, cousin. Hey,
yes, sir.
My thing is that
go on, bro. I can hear you. Zah?
His thing is still off. The mic is off.
Yeah, Zah, your mic is off, brother.
The mic's off, sir. The mic's off. We can't hear you.
Zah, there you go. Come on. Okay, something happened on this phone line.
Oh, yeah.
Can you hear us now, brother? Okay, pull him again. Okay. Family, again, there is no disdain, hatred. Zero.
Exactly.
I'll say it real honest. There is nothing that I, as an FBA in America, am jealous of our brothers and sisters on the continent.
Thank you.
Nothing. Not one thing. So this idea that somehow, if you don't get out of our face with this idiotic argument There is nothing. And I have, again, great respect for my brothers and sisters on the continent. But there ain't nothing over there I'm jealous of. Nothing.
But I think that's the thing. They want this competition, and we say, well, there's really no competition. You know, we're just trying to live our lives, and that's what we mean. We're trying to live our lives, and we're trying to. We've got so many other battles or so many other things we have to fight every single day. It's not fair that we have to turn around and get y'all out of our back too. You know, pull that knife out too. It's not fair. So now we're saying to everybody, no, you get nothing else from us. You have to go and get it on your own. If you don't get it on your own, then I'm sorry for you. But we're not helping anybody anymore. We got to help ourselves. And I think how we help ourselves is we're coming together.
100, can I say something
Go
as
ahead.
well?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Well, I noticed that one thing that these immigrants didn't realize was that, you know, they come from tribal places, but they don't realize in America there's only two tribes. You're either black or you're white. So you whenever you decide not to get on code with black America, you've already decided to get on code with white America. And then now they're realizing, oh shoot, I'll never be considered white. Well, you could have just gotten on code with black America, because we've always thought that if you're black, you're just black. We never were, oh, I'm Haitian, I'm Jamaican. None of that crap mattered to us where you were from. All we knew that you had the same skin tone as us, and that was what was important. And they did not realize that, and now they're paying the consequences for getting on code with white America. There are only two tribes in America. You're either black or white. Ask Tyler. You thought you could say, oh, I'm this over there, and that's not how it works in America. You're in America. We're not saying how it works everywhere else. In Africa, you can say, I'm the Fulani tribe. I'm from this tribe. All we're saying is, you're right. Here in America, it's tribal as well. But there's only two tribes. There's a black tribe and there's a white tribe. Which one are you a part of? And if you get on code with them, you cannot be on code with us.
So what I found out about Tyler, real quick, is they have mixed and then they have colored, right? Colored is an actual classification that they use there in South Africa, and it's actually the very next thing next to the oppressor. So next to the oppressor class is colored, and colored looks like you could be YT, but if you are black and Dutch, that doesn't make you colored. If you are black and white, that doesn't make you colored. That makes you mixed. Colored is a specific class, and that's why we didn't really understand Tyler, because she comes from that oppressor class. That's just the truth.
They have levels, and I asked the group when they were talking about that. They were talking about Tyler and having
that they feel like, you know, they're better than everybody else if you're colored. You're either white or you're colored, and you have that era like, I'm better than everybody. I'm a higher class.
Yeah, it's a hierarchy.
Over here singing our music, trying to dominate in our genre. We rejected her because her team, that her black writers, because her team are all foundational black Americans writing for her. I don't know why they didn't educate her on that. I don't know why they
like puppets, brother. That's if you're not a puppet, the industry's not going to use you. But let me slightly, Kofi, you asked the question if I have been to the continent, and as I said, no, I have not been to the continent. But you also haven't heard me say anything against the continent, have you?
I want to bring coffee up in. Yeah, I've been to the continent. I mean, it's cool.
I think
I try and give my brothers and sisters on the continent their respect, and I try and give them their respect. But the idea of just swallowing these things, no, that's not going to happen. I can't work with someone who's actively working against me and or us. So come on in and talk to me, brother.
So your mic, you don't want to talk on the mic?
I was saying that's what my question was about. My question was about, if you've never been to Africa, why speak on the continent? Why speak on Africa? There's a lot of people that be on the panel or in the comments that's never been to Africa, but they always have so many comments. Too much. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about other people. We know you've been to Africa. But there's a lot of other folks that speak on the continent and never been to Africa. They don't really know the people, man. They don't know the plight for real. They don't know. It's a lot of hearsay.
Well, are they wrong?
But see, here's the thing,
If
though.
a house is on fire, I don't have to run into the house to understand that it's burning down. I can see the fire clearly. I actually don't have to be there to grasp the concept that it's on fire, do I?
No, you don't. And also, to add to that, the conversation isn't about Africa. The conversation is about the conduct of Africans towards Black Americans. And we don't have to go to the continent in order to experience that because there are 2 million Africans here
And if
who
they tell you,
participate. Why are you interrupting me?
your
I
house
didn't
is on
interrupt. Why do
fire,
people do that? It's
they
so
can tell you your
weird.
house is on
And
fire,
people
but it might be
always do
something
that.
certain.
People
Brother,
always,
let the
for
sister
whatever
finish her point.
reason, people always do that when I'm talking and haven't interrupted them. It's the weirdest thing in the world. I don't understand it.
I'm gonna let her speak, brother. Let her speak. You can get the mic back, but let her.
We're literally done talking. Like, I don't get it. But anyway, I literally sneak in when people aren't talking. I wait for people to land because I don't like to be interrupted. And I know other people don't either, right? But anyway, the discussion isn't about who's been to Africa. The discussion is about the conflicts between Black Americans and Africans. You don't have to go to the continent to experience that because some of those conflicts are happening here in America. And honestly, that's primarily where the conversation is. It isn't about the conduct in Africa. So that's actually irrelevant and it's a deflection. Again, one of the things that's been brought up multiple times in this conversation is the political undermining in terms of reparations. That's happening on American soil. We don't have to go to Africa to experience that. We have examples of that. So asking, have we been to the continent? I've been to multiple continents and countries and to 45 of the 50 states. And I'm still experiencing conflicts, political conflicts, which lead to economic conflicts with Africans. And I shouldn't be. It's very simple. Like, we don't have to deflect onto people just talking about Africa. So I don't know why that always becomes the premise of the conversation, because I feel like this is a great conversation, and it's because people have been emotional about it. But let me also just mention, and then I'll land. Let me also just mention, and then I'll land. I don't know why you're interrupting me, but anyway, I'm going to give you the respect that you're not giving me, and not interrupt you when it's your turn. But I will say this: something it's the conversation will cease to become circular between Black Americans and Africans and Caribbeans when people begin to be honest about the fact that there are transgressions happening that have happened, and how do we need to move forward, right? Accountability. It's accountability season, because this is not going away. Black Americans are not letting this go. So this is where we are.
Go ahead, Coffee. I know you want to respond, brother. Go ahead. Let me unmute your mic.
I was just letting her know that the topic in the very beginning, when we first got here maybe an hour ago, it was based on Africa. So that's why I wanted to address the Africa thing. I've been waiting around for a long time, so I wanted to address it.
Go ahead and address it. Go ahead and address it. Okay, I guess.
Like I did. I said what I needed to say. If you've never been to Africa, try to pipe down on Africa a little bit. Visit first.
Stop using my vernacular. I'm offended. And here's the issue. Some of us wasn't in the room when when y'all was speaking on Africa. But yeah, you going around. Have you been to Africa? And you was very disrespectful telling me to leave the block. I ain't going to that cesspool over there. I go to the islands, right? I'm a first worlder, right? My country is first world. 33 countries in Africa is underdeveloped, and I ain't got to visit there or take a survey. I see the resources. I hear the complaints of the people. Nobody, y'all don't even want to be in Africa, sir. Now cut it out. We don't have to visit there to know there's a travesty or tragedy going on there.
Visit first.
No,
That's all
I
I'm
will
saying.
never visit. I will never visit a place that sold my ancestors.
Visit.
How
You
about
gotta
that?
leave the block.
What would be the purpose of visiting?
There you go
you
with
gotta
that.
get off
Hold
the block.
hold on. Listen, you fucking monkey. Okay? Let me tell you something.
No.
Cut it out.
No.
All right?
You gotta get off the block. You gotta travel.
I've left the block. I prefer the islands. I don't prefer The continent of Africa.
That hurt my soul.
I think there's a lot of things people assume
We got,
that
we got,
you haven't traveled
Can
anywhere.
I comment on?
term towards anybody.
No,
That hurt my soul right quick. Don't do that to me.
no.
Excellent. I
They
love
expect it. They expect that, and then it's like, oh, that's how they talk to us, and they're anti-black and all that stuff.
Wait. I want to comment on him.
And they try to call, but
Hold on, because I can't hear the host.
We better than that. We're the ones with
Yeah,
the more,
yeah. He deserved it. He deserved it, and I'm gonna stand on my word. Stop using stereotypes against me, right? Because I have a passport. I prefer the islands. I don't want to go to a cesspool. It's not developed over there because you're all over here gentrifying us out of our areas. Now cut it out, Kofi, and speak in your vernacular, not mine.
Yeah, I want to.
I don't care if you were raised here.
Yeah, I want to comment on Coffee and individuals saying that we need to go to Africa. We don't need to go anywhere, right? We're a first world nation. We set the standard here. And they keep pushing this narrative of American exceptionalism, right? It's not that comes into play when you're not a superpower. That comes into play when you don't invent anything and you think you're superior. So it should be African exceptionalism, because they come over here thinking that they're smarter than us when they go to our colleges. They come over here and think that they're more superior politically when their nations are in shambles. So when I hear these projections getting levered against our community, saying that we don't travel when some of us got these blue part, like I got a passport too, player. So you act like people don't travel, that people don't see you guys in different countries and how you guys act and behave. It's a reason why some of y'all are getting thrown out of every nation that you attend to. Shout out to Nigeria. Shout out to Ghana. Shout out to a lot of other ones. So for them to say that we need to travel, no, y'all just need to mind your own business and stand on business. Something that y'all have not been doing since God knows when. So the audacity to say that we need to travel to get the full context. No, we got the context from when y'all people come over here and how they treat us. We don't need any more context. We really don't. Especially since we have the power position. That's why we're superior. See, I think we need to be really honest and come to our understanding of what that is. And for them to push these inferior type of things onto us as if we're the ones who's inferior, I got a problem with that. I really do.
All right, let me hear from Coach TP, and then we're gonna start closing things down. But I'm gonna let everybody speak one more time, get their piece, and then Kevin's gonna close us out. But go ahead, Coach TP. You've been waiting patiently, brother. Go ahead.
Hey, shout out to the hosts, everybody in the space. For context of the space, I've traced my family ethnic lineage tree to year 1815, Pamlico County, North Carolina, USA on my paternal side. In 1897, Gulfport County, Greensboro, North Carolina on my maternal side. My parents met each other here in Philly. They've since passed. Born and raised in the city of Philadelphia. Listen, we've done the globalist work. We got the receipts. We got the historical empirical evidence. I'm helping a brother of ours because when the border Texas incident happened with the Haitians, he decided to start a nonprofit. He's raised millions of dollars. Like, our people are still helping these people. Like, I listen. I thought all this online stuff was just online, a joke in 2020 on the audio app called Clubhouse when we all was in the house. Because I don't see Caribbeans and Africans talking crazy to us nowhere in the country. I got family in Texas. I live in Travis County. I got family on the West Coast, like New York, Jersey. And that's why I didn't think it was real. Then I started seeing the videos. People were doubling down. I was like, whoa, let me look into this. Because I resisted the information at first. And then I started doing the research for myself. I ain't listening to nobody. I did it for myself, and it was a gut punch. It triggered me all the way back to my childhood when we got denied things in the grocery store because our parents were buying food to cook dinners to sell and get the money to Reverend Leon Sullivan, who started 𝗖𝗍 in the city of Philadelphia, around the country, in the Caribbean, in the UK, and on the continent right now today. I'm in one of the most Caribbean Pan-African cities in the world, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, besides New York City. So we on delineation, and it ain't stopping. And I'm 55 years old. I'm Generation X. Shout out to the Gen Zs and millennials that's online, because y'all able to reach your grandparents and your parents. Yo, this ain't stopping. I'm outside every day. You can go to my page. I got a megaphone bullphone horn. I'm in front of City Hall. I'm around this city, and we gathering our people and educating them on accurate American history. A lot of us in this space have spent over 10,000 educational hours of accurate American history on our ethnic lineage, on and off our ancestors' USA soil. I don't even argue with foreigners anymore. Whenever they encounter me, whether they want me to sign a survey or pass out a flyer, I tell them first how far I trace my family ethnic lineage to our ancestors' USA soil. And I challenge them to tell me how far have they. And they normally shake it in their boots. I don't care what phenotype, skin color they are. They could be Gaelic, Irish, Polish, Igbo, Nigerian. It don't matter. We got home soil advantage. Our ancestors been helping us this whole time, spiritually and naturally, on their USA soil. And also in Philadelphia, for those who think that we're united, we're not. These Caribbean Pan-Africans with this mythical back to Africa nonsense have a whole African Cultural Alliance of North American organization, and I put the link in the chat. They got over $20 million from the state grants of Pennsylvania, which is federal money, and they blocked our red, black, and green stomping businesses that help them get the money. They can't even get involved and get none of the money for their businesses. So all this unity, now we got receipts to back up what we talking about, because we assume that people that had our phenotype, skin color, were experiencing the same things we were experiencing. That's why we help the world. So don't talk to me about no Palestine, Israel. Our ancestor Ralph Bunche, there's a whole building named after him on UCLA campus in California, won a Nobel Peace Prize in the 50s for creating a treaty between Palestine and Israel. Ethiopia, they always brag that they didn't get colonized by Italy. They never tell you how. There's a whole airport dedicated to our ancestors, the Tuskegee Airmen out of Alabama, USA, on the continent. There'd be no Chinese American citizens without, there was a whole Chinese Exclusionary Act in 1882. Without our ancestors, Frederick Douglass and others advocating for them, there would be no Chinese American citizens. And Wong Kim Ark never was a naturalized citizen. You hear our talking points from the White House to the block. That's why the 14th Amendment is being talked about. Trump was naive his first time going in. He didn't want to listen to the grassroots black Americans, but he listening now. What do you think he came up with the 14th Amendment? You think he came up with it on his own? No. That comes from us. We dictate what go on our ancestors' USA soil, not no celebrities.
Come on.
I speak my piece. Love y'all.
Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it. Yeah, man. We don't follow no celebrities. The grassroots is the movement. The grassroots, we dictate what's gonna happen, and that's just what it's gonna be. So 100% agreements. Thank you for that talk. Okay, y'all. I gotta wind it down, man. Let me see how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna start with Cynthia, and then we're gonna work our way back up. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Cynthia, you there? If not, we'll skip. We'll go to Willow. Willow, or Cynthia, you there? Cynthia, you there?
Yes, I'm here. I was trying to take it off the mute.
Okay, I'm closing it out. Just get 30
I go back.
seconds. Yeah.
Okay. I just go back to what you said earlier, was that it's amazing that they saw propaganda about us. We saw propaganda about them. but we were smart enough to know that the YT always used propaganda to separate people, and they weren't. And now that we're delineating, now they all of a sudden they get an epiphany. Oh yeah, well you know what? Let's all unify. We have the same enemy. You should have thought about that 60 years ago when we got you guys over here, thinking you guys were going to be on code, and you weren't. So I think delineation has to happen. Like I said, my 78-year-old mother does not have TikTok. She goes to Silver Sneakers, where all the old people go to do their exercise, and she heard it from those ladies. So it is not just on TikTok. It is the old people now know what's going on. So it's worldwide now.
Yeah, that's true. 100 Willow.
Hi again. Thanks for the inclusion. I think that we should, FBA online, we should all kind of get together and communicate more, bounce ideas off each other. Also, network. Network. There's places that here in North Carolina that for sale or whatever. Whatever we can do to come together and have our own. I love online things, but we also have to actually start putting down more of a foundation for ourselves. And I see that we have to do it ourselves. So I just want us more to come together and network offline also. That's it.
Yeah, we are. Make sure if you guys are not plugged into the Telegram, the FBA Coin Telegram, we're also going to be having our committee, or FBA Music Award Committee is going to be on the Telegram, on the FBA Coin Telegram. The easiest way to get to the Telegram is to send one of us a message. You can send myself, Crypto Stock Marcus, Monique, or you can go directly to the FBAcoin.org website, scroll down to the bottom where it says join us. They have the Telegram button. That's the only button that's working right now on the website until we go live. Push that button and you'll get access and you'll join the Telegram. FBA, FBA. I'll say it like that. We'll sniff you out, but FBA only, FBA Coin. Go hit the Telegram. Be a part of the Telegram so you hear the news of what's going on. We need to create this buzz. Listen, the FBA Coin is good for the family. We all need to support it. It's good for the family. It's going to change a lot of things for us. It's going to be phenomenal. So we all need to support it. This is not a meme coin. It's a utility token. Understand what it is. To get more information on that, go to the FBA Coin Telegram where we can talk for real to the family. So with that being said, yeah, we do need to get together offline and get some things going. It's time to be strategic. Coffee Baba, you got like 20 seconds, brother. Coffee Baba, you got 20 seconds, brother.
I'm on. I got too much. Salute to you, man.
I can't even hear what you're saying, brother.
I was saying too much. Salute to you. I appreciate the platform, man. I appreciate the opportunity to talk. Shout out to the whole Africa, man. East, Central, West, South Africa, right? Salute to everybody, man. Salute to all Africans in America too, man. Salute to all the true Black Americans too, who have true understanding, man. And that's all I wanted to say. Last thing, BX, get off the block, man. Seriously.
So let me tell them.
Don't
No, hold on.
Do you know about the ostrich feet tribe in Africa? Do you know there's an ostrich feet tribe in Africa? Those are the true Africans. There ain't no Black American gave birth to no ostrich feet human. We ain't the same. And I'll put the link in the chat.
No, you're finished, Kofi. You're finished.
I don't have to travel.
Give my brothers and sisters
I can
some
ski in the
information.
same state, and I could go on the beach in the same state in the same day on our ancestors' USA soil. On the same day in the same state.
Coach, one moment. So I'm going to just, to all who were offended by the monkey term, right? I want you to listen to my sister Buki, right? For the simple fact that she has sat in town halls where the Africans are buying historical black churches and flipping them into things like Airbnbs. They're buying land in Mississippi. See, these people are invaders. So yeah, shout out to the true black Americans that are keeping a watchful eye on these people who are doing too much. This is not their history. This is ours. And if y'all are familiar with
I
me on
already
these
shouted
platforms,
them out.
you know I do not disparage them and using slurs, but he deserved it. Using two talking tropes that are white tea supremacy, and I'm sitting here knowing what they're really doing. I've been talking about what they're doing in the government. Monkey is the nicest thing I could have said to him out of my mouth.
Well, there was an African that got caught with monkey meat just the other day in Detroit airport. An African boy, a whole monkey meat, disease. Shout out to that. Speak my piece.
Somebody need to investigate.
I've been traveling since before we needed passports.
We did in fact investigate it, and just so you know,
What is that?
There were 4 kilos of mummified monkey meat that were smuggled into the country by an African man in the Boston Logan International Airport. And just 2 weeks ago, there was 5 pounds of monkey meat smuggled into a suitcase by an African man at the Detroit International Airport, Detroit Airport. So just so you know, they are smuggling in monkey meat, bush meat.
Why?
They're selling it. They're selling it to each other for their own African markets. They're selling it to Asian markets.
Oh, okay.
So this is like a underground thing that they're doing. And you can go on the U.S. Customs, Immigration and Customs website, and they will show you the hundreds of cases of smuggled monkey meat that they've been trying to bring in. And and just so you know, some of this monkey meat has actually been tested positive for things like HIV, Ebola. So they are infecting people with this meat.
Oh yeah, I don't go to
That's what they're doing. They're trying to
I don't go to none of those restaurants. I don't go to Chinese restaurants no more
I'm
either.
not going to say it's.
I don't go to none of the restaurants.
I don't think that it's specifically pointed at us, but I do think that it's
They don't
kind of
care.
I think that they don't care.
Yeah, they don't care. They don't care if they when they do stuff like that. They just want to sell. They just start selling stuff and making money.
I can
They don't
definitely
care about nobody.
I can definitely send you the articles. There are several articles.
What the hell is that? I'm just like, oh, it's one thing about that being a delicacy and you actually like that, so you're bringing it here.
Wait, it ain't.
And for whatever reason, but you talking about it's testing positive for HIV and y'all still
and Ebola.
And Ebola?
Yeah.
Ebola is yes. So I believe it's HIV, Ebola, and malaria.
Oh my god!
Because if you guys didn't know, they also some places they do the mosquito burgers.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So the mosquito burgers carry a lot of malaria. And some of the monkey meat also carries malaria as a result of that as well. No, this is a real thing. I'm not
This is
being
a real thing. I
recorded.
saw the mosquito
really-
thing too.
Yeah, I'm not being
mosquito burgers.
Really not. I'm telling you that this is a real thing, and this is not to make fun or any of that.
No. Because whatever people eat, they eat where they
This
eat.
is seriously happening. No, I get it. Like
Yeah.
I don't care what people eat. I mean,
Exactly. Is that when you bring it here?
Asians have a festival every year where they
Do the
round,
rituals.
they round up all the stray dogs and they eat them. Whatever, do your thing. But my issue is the smoggling it into someone else's country with Ebola, hepatitis, malaria, HIV. That's crazy work.
That's the problem.
That's nasty work. So just so you know, it's a real thing. It is happening across the country.
Hey, too much. If you wanted to know how it works, what they do is they take a huge net and they capture about, I think, 10,000 to make one burger, or 1,000. I'm not sure exactly. And they take it, they put them in the pot, they wet the wings, and then they mush it into a burger. They come down into a burger, and then they eat it. They like fry it.
I want to say thank you, brother, but we really didn't need that information. Okay, I understand it's important, but the specifics we really didn't need. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Okay, it's nice to know that you can do it.
Make sure y'all getting tested for all these diseases on some real. Like it ain't no joke.
I don't eat at African restaurants like that. Really, I don't. So, but I'm really not going now.
Yeah.
I think we should not. I think we should be delineating from those women and them guys. We don't know what they carrying.
True.
Literally, either they food or in they private. So
I gotta
that's
see.
what I'm
I
going
gotta.
to.
Oh my God, that's just insane.
All right, family. Oh, all right, family. Let's go on and let Too Much tend to his day. Okay. we go.
Go ahead and give us
Okay.
the word. I gotta go.
Y'all have a great day. Thank
Okay.
y'all.
Do not forget, family, the new black media, Professor Black Truth, The Black Authority, Afro Elite, Black Alpha Network, Phil Scott, 𝗖cie HIH𝗁𝗄𝗏, Torian Rain, and a host of other brothers and sisters who are out here
You better mention
helping
Vicky
keep
Diller,
us.
brother.
I did. Oh, I thought I did, brother. I thought I did. But she's normally in my wheelhouse. But do not forget that these are the brothers and sisters who are out here keeping us on code, putting us on code, and making sure that we stay on code. Why the elders are now saying what they are saying is because they saw it from the start.
There we go.
And now, 3 generations later, all the elders are like, oh, hell no. And that's where FBA, when it comes to our Gen X and elders, that's why you're here, and that's why it's not going away. Remember, once again, family, you are a member of the B1 Brigade. Do not forget, you were black before you were Republican. You were black before you were a Democrat. You were black before you were independent. You are part of the B1 Brigade, and we are operating and moving on code. And with that said, peace to the family.
All right. Hey, FBAcoin.org. Join the Telegram. Scroll down to the bottom, hit the Telegram. You'll join the Telegram or send me a private message. I'll get you in the Telegram.
I sent you a message. Too much.
I got you, brother. Peace, love, reparations, and the blockchain family. Take care. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.